AzCFL.
Welcome to AzCFL Game of the Week, Week 9, as we have a very exciting matchup tonight. The Battle of Phoenix as the Phoenix Outlaws match up against the Phoenix Phantoms. Battle of 5 and 3 tonight. I am your host, Jesse Burke, alongside J.R. Warner. Welcome to the booth. Welcome to the broadcast. Tonight, I'm super excited. What do you got tonight, man?
I can't wait for this one. This is a battle between two of Arizona's most perennial hard-nosed football teams. You know what to expect when you see these two football teams on the field. Outlaws going to come straight downhill at you, I formation, power type football, play action type football off of the run attack, and then defensively this Phantom team is going to come straight downhill. Expect a little bit of a mix-up between a 30 and 40 front from these guys today, coming downhill and getting after it. I can't wait for this matchup.
Definitely, and as we live for the dramatics, and as football is definitely as good as your last game, we saw last week the Phantoms get punched in the mouth a little bit by the Spartans, and they're definitely looking to bounce back tonight. As for the other side of the field, the Outlaws have kind of been under our radar throughout our broadcast adventures throughout the season, but tonight we're excited to see them battle it out for the bragging rights of Phoenix.
Definitely. And I mean, the Phantoms, obviously, they're a little embarrassed about what happened to them last week. You're talking about a defense that takes a lot of pride in what they do. Last week, obviously, the Spartans were able to really exploit them with their offense and being able to be dynamic, mixing up with motions and things of that nature. Speaking with Michael a little bit before the game, one of the captains for the defensive side of the football, he expects his guys to respond great. They had a great week of practice. A lot of them talked about discipline, playing for each other, and not playing outside of the football team. And that's the message that the Phoenix Phantoms defense has today. As far as the Outlaws go, they've been one of those teams that's kind of been always in every game, always competing with no matter who's on the football field. They've always got a chance to win. So I expect them to come with the same kind of mentality. Hard-nosed defensive football team. They like to mix it up, a little bit of 30 front, a little bit of 40 front, depending on what the offense is doing for them. And both of these coaches have a lot of respect for each other, and they are amped about today's game.
Definitely. I would chalk tonight's up the battle of resiliency versus consistency.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
As both teams just decided the coin toss, shook hands, and we're set for tonight's matchup. Again, battle of 5 and 3 versus 5 and 3. Both these teams are on the inside of the playoff picture looking outward. But again, tonight it's not just for the W, it's for the bragging rights, the momentum going into the postseason, as well as, the way to cap off a great Saturday full of football.
Anytime both these football teams get together, it's usually a low-scoring, hard-nosed, hard-hitting football game. I expect nothing less tonight. These two teams are going to get after it. You're going to see a lot of hard hits. You're going to see a lot of disciplined football coming from two well-coached football teams. This is going to be a great football game.
Definitely, and as we live for the dramatics, we saw a little bit of shaky quarterback play last week by young cat Armenta. He's got the start tonight again under the lights. And then the Outlaws, kind of playing more of the middle road, musical chairs at quarterback tonight. They have Tony Aguilar at start, but Jay Hector also will get some playing time.
Yeah, and Tony's ready to go. Got a chance to talk to him before the game. He is ready to play football tonight. He's got some championships under the Outlaws belt throughout the years. You know what to expect from Tony. He's going to make the throws when they're needed and lead this offense down the field and put some points up when it's most important. And that's what Tony brings to the table, and he's looking forward to getting back on the football field tonight and making that happen for his football team.
And with that being said, looks like the Outlaws will receive the ball first half, so we'll be able to see Tony put the money where his mouth is and start off strong. And as we're excited to see this new change of pace, uniform-wise, as we got some blue here in the mix, as the Phoenix Outlaws are rocking their blue on blue on blue versus the Phantoms, red bottoms and whites, as we're in store for, a drippy event tonight.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. Again, I'm really looking forward to see how this I like old school ball. The Outlaws are an old school type football team, especially offensively. Defensively, they do kind of some new school type stuff. But offensively, man, they run right downhill. They come right at you. They use the run to create play action plays. And they're also able to spread it out when they need to against certain defensive fronts. I can't wait to see what happens.
As 15 puts the ball on the ground after a great return, this may be recovered by the Phantom, and that is the momentum start that they want.
Oh, yeah.
So what a chain of events as the Outlaws returned it strong up to the midfield, and then after a nice hit, the ball is put on the ground, and I believe with that, the Phantoms are getting their offense out on the field.
See, and that's just an example. I got a chance to speak with Stretch, and that's just a prime example, Stretch, a.k.a. the coach for the Phantom. Speaking with him, he talked about playing for each other. He talked about playing every single play, whether it's special teams, defensively, or offensive side of the football. Getting after it, hustling, and great things will happen. And you see, on the opening kickoff, first play, the team's also rewarding their coach or you could tell that they're paying attention to their coach by coming out here in very first play, making a turnover.
So definitely a new return of a comfortable face in AD. So you got to imagine Armenta is excited as he hands the ball up to him early, but he's got nowhere to go. So quick run to no gain, but you got to imagine AD is going to be a fed mouth tonight.
Well, interesting. I mean, there's a 2-by-1 look there. The Outlaws came out in a 4-3 look there with 2 safeties high. So more of a run look there, and the Outlaws choosing to keep 2 safeties high, which means they believe that they can win with 7 in the box. Interesting strategy here for the Outlaws.
Definitely. And then, we talk about bouncing back. Armenta, young, but has plenty of football life left and wants to, turn it around tonight early in this contest, and his special teams put him in a position. So let's see what he got.
Pro look here by the Phantom on 2nd and about 14.
High snap, handoff to AD again. He's going to punch it up the middle, taking some defenders with him, but again, nowhere to be found as it's just a blueberry patch.
Devin Franklin on the tackle there, big defensive tackle for the Outlaws, getting in there, getting a hand on big AD and bringing him down.
For sure, and that's definitely what, like you were saying, some old school AD known as his, old school running back styles, ground and pound, hits the hole, reads the blocks, and tonight, definitely some exciting contest tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is a football game that will be won in the trenches. They've got to make sure they solidify their blocks up front, win this battle up front, so their team has a fighting chance tonight. So those first 2 run plays, not a good look to start, but they'll settle down and they'll start playing.
As somebody jumped, there might be a free pass here or a free play as Armenta is running right. Now just has to get it away and does. So let's see what the call is here as.
If anything, I don't see a flag out there as of right now. So refs looking like they're getting together. Might be a late flag that comes in. Perhaps maybe no flag. So we'll see what they decide.
They may have given the player time to get back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But with that.
Yeah, looks like they'll bring up a 4th down. There's no flag on the play.
And the punting unit's out. So, yeah, good stop by the Outlaws after a scary chain of events in the beginning. But crisis averted and get their team off, and now they can try and return this comfortably as Jelani Anderson's going to try and right his wrongs.
Yeah, no harm, no foul here now for the Outlaws. They can reset. They can basically take it as this is the first possession of the game. Nothing really happened. So fortunate event here for the Outlaws, not giving up anything big, but kudos to their defense. Big turnover on the opening kickoff. They came out right out the gate and got a stop, 3 and out.
Definitely, especially not giving up any big runs to AD and not hitting the panic button. So
yeah, AD first week back in a little bit. I expect him to really get going more towards the second half as he gets his legs under him and starts to get going again. But keep in mind, the Phantom have a slew of backs, so you'll see a couple different backs here for the Phantom here tonight. Great boot here by the Phantom.
Nice punt. Jordan Brown's going to return it. Has some room up the sideline. Gets to the stick. So impressive return and kind of right where they intended to have the ball the first go around.
Yeah, so it looks like they'll have the ball pretty much around the exact same spot off of that kick return from the first part. And now they're going to be able to settle down, get their offense going. 12:27 left here in the first quarter. No harm, no foul, like I said before, when it comes to that turnover. So I'm curious to see if they want to spread the Phantom out now, what they're going to do. I'm assuming that they'll probably come out and establish the run game here. They look like they got just getting their tight end set out here, big I formation set, so they can go ahead and pound the ball.
Definitely, the Outlaws stay with the traditional fullback position by J.J. Polchin, son of head coach and team owner.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what they do. The Outlaws, perennially, they don't really like to change much, man. They I formation. Heck, you even see wishbone on occasion. And every once in a while, they'll spread it out. I mean, as you see right now, they're spreading it out here going 2 by 2. But they definitely like to run the ball in the eye, as well as they'll take what the defense gives you. If you want them to spread, if they believe they can attack you by spreading you out, they will as well.
For sure. Now Aguilar throws it off his back foot, has a man wide open. 84 is striding the sideline. He's got nobody behind him, nobody in front of him, and he's going to bounce into the end zone for an early touchdown. So I don't know what the assignment was, but it was completely left open on the Phantom side as number 84 for the Outlaws gingerly strolled in. That's Mike Sevlabar. 6'6" bid man, 6'6", 227. So good on him. Probably can put down 2 Chipotle burritos with ease.
And some, man. What a great pitch and catch. You saw a slant wheel route combination there on the outside, and big number 84 able to bring in the real wheel route. And then the Phantom just doing a real poor job of tackling. At the end of the day, they could have got the big guy on the ground, but if you reach out with your arms, it's going to be hard to make a tackle. He's able to use his frame and continue chugging down the field to get into the end zone. Great job by 84, Big Mike.
Definitely, looking like some bumper cars out there towards the end. But, bouncing into the end zone, a little bit of assistance from, the lack of tackling, like you said.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Early score for the Outlaws after, an early crisis by putting the ball on the ground. But that's a thing of the past now as a flag is thrown here.
I mean, and that just goes to show, like I said, they like to line up in an I formation. They like to run the football, but they'll take what they believe is available. As you see them coming out in a 2-by-2, spreading the Phantom out, believing that they can attack something that they may have seen on film. And sure enough, they come out here and start the game in a 2-by-2. First play offensively of the game, slant wheel route combination on the wide side of the field, touchdown. Big way for Tony to start his game, starting out 1-for-1 with a touchdown. Unfortunately for the Phantom, they're going to have to regroup here defensively.
As the hold and the kick is good. So good on 84 for getting involved on offense and now special teams.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Doing a good job on all fronts there, getting it done for them on the offensive side of the ball and also getting it done in the special teams for them as well. Great job here by the Outlaws in getting an early score and really establishing themselves. They're a tough defense, so with a one-score lead, that can be detrimental to the Phantom. So we'll see how the Phantom regroup offensively. We'll see what Fisher and the gang have in store for this Outlaws defense here going forward, but they definitely got to make something shake pretty quick here.
Definitely, and you could see the energy early for the Outlaws. Oh, yeah. They're, a cohesive unit always. They ride together as a family, and they're very excited for tonight's game. This is one of their only, I think, game of the week this year on the game, under the lights, so they're making the most of it for sure.
Again, the Outlaws are one of those teams that no matter who they play, when they play, they always got a shot at winning. And the reason why a lot of times because there's never, whether they're up 100 or down 100, the morale on the sideline is usually pretty much the same. They're always together. They're always looking for the next way to put a score up or get a stop depending on what side of the ball they're on. They're one of those semi-pro football teams that kind of idea what semi-pro football is supposed to be about. And as you can see, them staying together, coming out here, very first game against a really tough team, game of the week, opening offensive drive, 7-0 Outlaws.
So let's see, like you said, how the Phantoms bounce back as they're set to receive this kick. Beautiful night here at Cortez High School. Little overcast, if you will. Line drive kick. Let's see if they return it. And this will be bobbled and returned. Looks like he's going to cut it up the middle. Now he cuts it out to the outside. That's Kirk. Comes up hobbling a little bit. Let's see if he's all right. He's, gingerly running to the field. So I don't know if that's something somebody clipped him at the end with his heel or.
Yeah, and you'll remember Kirk last week suffered a little bit of an injury to his foot, and he had to come out the game towards the tail end of the game last week. I just honestly believe he's just trying to give it a go today. So he's giving it a go, trying to make sure his legs are good, and he's got his legs under him. But that first little return doesn't look too promising here. So hopefully he can get back to the sideline, get a little bit of treatment, maybe get stretched out, and get back in a football game where his team needs him.
Definitely. So good field position, though, regardless for the Phantom, as Armenta and Co. are ready to get underway here.
2-by-2 look here for the Phantom, and a 4-3 look here. Blitzing coming from everywhere for the Outlaws.
Another handoff up the middle. Maybe a face mask. Let's see if the refs call it. Nothing, but got away with something there. As
they just can't block big number 95 today. He's having a field day.
Devin
Franklin on that play, as well as Eric Sipes. Great job by these two men. Eric Sipes coming from his outside linebacker spot, coming downhill, able to make a side, coming from the back door, so to speak. And then Devin's been a monster. Whether it be a double team or whether he's been one-on-one, he's been able to split everything today so far in this football game. So Phantom got to find a remedy here. They got to find a way to block this defensive front here, especially these guys up front here, especially number 95. They got to figure out a way to block Devin.
Let's see. Second down now. Armenta looks to throw. Has a man. Throws it. And he looks like he will be down around the 50-yard line. Yeah, that's Dre Andrews, I believe, 33.
Yeah, big catch by number 33, Dre.
Or Dre Roberts.
Dre Roberts, yes, sir. Great pitch and catch there by the quarterback, man. The young guy getting his first start last week, coming out here. He looks a little bit more settled in as a quarterback for this football team. I'm kind of curious to see what kind of game he has tonight as he continues to go ahead this season and in his semi-pro career. Doing a really good job, though, so far tonight.
Definitely. I believe he's only 18, 19 years old.
Yeah,
so
he's a
definitely,
kid, man. He's a kid.
Has a lot of feedback coming his way, and
3-by-1 look here for the Phantom.
as another handoff up the middle here. And let's see if he can
Great
battle to
patience.
the sticks, and he does. So first
Great
down.
patience. See, and that's an art that a lot of running backs nowadays, especially at this level, don't have. The patience to sit behind the block and let the play develop. That was a great job there by the running back, getting behind his big left tackle, letting his tackle form the hole for him getting on his inside hip and just riding him through the hole for the first down. Great job there. Way to be patient. And the Phantom have the first down of this game.
Yeah, I mean, they say football translates to life. It's, being patient works in many facets.
Oh, definitely. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom. First and 10.
As handoff is faked, actually, and Armenta runs it himself. So a lot of groundwork here early for the Phantoms, but chipping away at this field position. Second down now coming up.
And speaking with Coach Fisher before the game, offensive coordinator for the Phantom, that's a lot of what they want to do tonight. They want to come out here, establish the run. They're a run-first football team, as traditionally a Fisher-coached offense is. But they expect to mix up their formations and give a little bit of different looks than they did last week and prior weeks. So far, they're having some luck in the run game, so to speak. But what needs to happen here going forward is that Armenta has to have the right cues here with his running back going forward. Can't afford to make misreads. 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom. It'll be 2nd and 8 here. Outlaws 4-3 look, set in the middle linebacker.
Throw over the middle. It is intercepted. Let's see if that hit the ground, if he's down. And that's going to be intercepted by Brown. So good on him. And the Outlaws have turned it over.
Great play by Jordan Brown there, number 8, for the Outlaws. And just staying home as a safety, keeping his deep third responsibility in the ball finding him, so to speak, and him able to get into get the interception here for his Outlaws football team. So, I mean, I talked about the kid, and the first thing I talk about is, how he looks poised and he's coming out here playing well. And then, but I wouldn't even blame that on him. His tight end's got to make a play for him. Touch both hands, he's got to make a play.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's not shy and definitely not he's not new to interceptions. I know against the Rebels he chalked 3 in a game, so the ball and they have a connection. They find each other at some point in the game. So good turn, good defensive play by the Outlaws, and putting the Phantoms back on the field defensively.
Outlaws spreading it out again, 2-by-2 look.
Tony, let's see if he has a man riding the sideline, and he
does. He
does.
calls a catch. Great catch there by number 7, Jared Moore. Great catch him there on the comeback route to the outside there. So far, Tony, 2 for 2.
And he's got some time in the pocket, too, you know. Tony two-tone, if you will. Just standing back there and, throwing it back on his back foot and just letting it hang. And no pressure, so.
Yeah, I mean, Tony's doing a good job. He's feeling comfortable. Offensive line giving him a ton of time. Experienced whole line there for the Outlaws, man. A lot of guys that have been around semi-football for a long time. There's not much they haven't seen here in the game. So 2-by-2 stack look here for the Outlaws. And looks like, I want to say a 4-2-5.
Ball on the ground, and Tony's just got to cover it up like a jar. Or the lid on a pickle jar.
Oh, yeah. Preserve the possession. Don't allow the defense to get any momentum here. Great job by Tony.
And don't be a hero. You don't got to pick it up and make something happen. Let survive. Have faith in the other 3 downs, right?
And that's one of the things that has made Tony successful, throughout the years, is that he's not going to, kill you with his speed with his legs or, vicious arm strength or anything like that. He simply just plays within the system, and his teams are successful behind his leadership and him playing within himself. And
with here, it's got a screen to number 19, bounces it outside, and almost to 50-yard line, as that was complete to Ruben Gamage.
Great pitch and catch there. Good catch by Ruben. Way to turn nothing into something there. Looked like that play was going to go for naught, and he turned it into about a 6-yard gain. So good job there by Ruben Gamage, longtime receiver in semi-pro football.
Yeah. And now little outside midfield. 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. As we had a full slate of football, as always. We'll get you guys some scores coming up after this down. Let's see if the Outlaws can convert. As handoff up the middle. The ball is on the ground. Let's see what they call it. I did not hear a whistle.
I didn't hear a whistle either. Looks like they're going to possibly rule that as a fumble here.
Let's see what they say as they're discussing it for sure. I did not hear a whistle. And from what I know, football players go to the whistle.
Football,
Phantom football. And with that, the Outlaws have 2 early fumbles in this game. So the scoreboard does not tell all, but the Phantoms now putting themselves in a better position and getting themselves out of a scary one.
Yeah, I mean, great, in a way, morale booster here for the defense. The opening drive, they came out, lit up a score, and they're able to get back out here and get a stop now. That's got to be a big morale booster. I expect that defense to come back out here, settle down, and start playing football here going forward. But this offense has got to make something shake. I mean, I understand they got a young quarterback, but that means you got to win the battle in the trenches. That means you got to be able to run the football. So this offensive line has got to step up and start paving the way for these guys here so they can start running the ball and then get this quarterback in a position where he can start making some throws because the field's going to open up by being able to run the football. Good
to see Daryl Dobbins back out there after hurting himself as Armenta looking for something, has to get out of there as Blade is in his face. And smartly just throws it away as Blade Paxton was in there on the rush.
Yeah, Blade quickly coming off the edge there, able to get inside the quarterback's face and make him basically rush the play, rush getting the ball out. But, yeah, you spoke about Daryl Dobbins. He's back again after going down in last week's game. He's supposed to be wearing 2 knee braces. That's my kid brother, so I'm going to make sure at halftime that he's got both his knee braces on.
Yeah, for sure, or else he's punished.
Yes. Well, I'm excited to see him back out there doing his thing. 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom, 2nd and 10. They got to make something happen. I would expect some type of screen play. Looks like they got the wide receiver out there
handoff
open for a screen.
Let's see if that's to AD. And again, no, that's the Sparks, and he can't get anything going early in this game.
Yeah, they're just having a hard time in the trenches. The defensive line was a key emphasis for the defensive coordinator here for the Outlaws today, and he just talked about if they establish themselves, it's going to be a long night for the Phantom. His words, not mine. So they're establishing themselves. They're hard to block up front, man. They're doing a good job of splitting double teams. They're doing a hard job of working their one-on-one matchups. They're doing a great job of gap responsibility and containing. And so far, the Phantom have yet to crack the code. So they got to figure out something going forward here as they choose to spread out the Outlaws here. 3-by-1 look, 3rd and 11.
So this has been the exciting part of the field where the most action is. Let's see, Armenta on the run, throws it.
He had a guy.
Nice defensive play, too, as number 3 was up there trying to get a hand on there. That's Jamez Foster, I believe, former Phantom.
Yeah, he looked like he had a guy open there on like about a 10 to 12 and out there, and he just had a miscue. Wasn't able to put the ball on the money, which happens from time to time. But Outlaw defense get it done again. No harm, no foul. Nothing happens again for the Phantom offense. It tends to be – it's starting to become a trend, it feels like, in not being able to create first downs and really get the ball moving, at least as far as these last couple weeks have gone for the Phoenix Phantom.
Yeah, I mean, then as towards the end of the game, though, we did see that breakout pass by Armenta.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see if we can get that going earlier in this game as the punt will sail over the returner's head and trickle into the back of the end zone.
Actually not.
Let's see.
It's at the 1-yard line. What a play.
Did he have a chance to down it, though?
He did not. He definitely downed it inbounds. The ball is being marked on like the 1-inch
And they
line.
are? Wow. So what
gosh.
a hustle. I got to get the player. We're going to have to watch film to get the player's number on that. But usually, he has to down it and before it gets down there.
Right.
It trickled to the back of the end zone. So he got lucky with a little bit of a call.
I think the ball may have fallen just before the goal line and trickled just to the pylon. He was able to keep the ball inbounds and get him out right there at the
before the end zone.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, wow. Yeah. So heads up play, and what a hustle as putting the offense, literally on the 1-inch line.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wow. What a good hustle. Shouts to him on that one.
Phantom defense got exactly what they want now, though, man. Big chance for them to make a play. Big chance for them to possibly put up 2 points or a touchdown if they're able to force a turnover of some sort. Outlaws got to find a way to dig themselves out of this hole.
Aguilar throws it over the middle.
Ooh, he had it again.
Man,
Woo.
Big Mike had another 6 on his belt if he could have just looked upfield or caught that thing. But I think he may have ran upfield before he had the ball.
The ball was just slightly thrown, slightly behind him there. Mike had a chance to catch it and tumble again, possibly for another big gain. I'm not going to say he'd score because he's not the fastest out there.
Right.
But you never know because he scored on the big 50-yard play.
Right.
Man, I tell you, man, if Tony puts that ball on the money, his big tight end there could get in the end zone once again. Tough play there, tough luck there for the Outlaws.
But let's see what the Outlaws back on the doorstep throws it. Dangerous pass as that's bobbled right at the goal line. Intended for number 7, Jared Moore.
Yeah, pass intended for Jared there, but take a look at what the Phantoms are doing here. They got them pinned back here. They'll show the covers here. I didn't see a safety high there. They're just going to load the box and get after them and then make this team get out of this tough situation that they put themselves in. So kudos to Phantoms defensive coordinator. They smell a little bit of blood, and they want to attack, and they want to see what they can do. They want to see if they can put some more points up, and I'd expect a similar look here, more of a cover zero look. You probably won't see a safety high, but that box will be loaded, and those backers will be going.
So third down now, third and long as he throws it. Intercepted. This may be an easy 6. And that is easy 6. Touchdown, linebacker number 8, Jaron Green.
Great play by
Got the green light and went into the end zone with ease as he is 1 point. They are 1 point away from tying this game. So
see the big linebacker get up off the ground though for that interception.
I seen it, man. He went up there. He said, "See ball, get ball."
Yeah, you got a little bit of vertical there. I like that. Way to get up and go get it, Green. Great play by them. Unfortunate play for Tony as he started out this game having a good game, but that's all it takes. All it takes is one key play in this aspect. It came on the special teams. We always talk about 3 phases here on this broadcast. It takes 3 phases to win a football game, and the special teams, although the offense scored that point, although the defense scored that point should be credited to that special teams play. That Mark put them there on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, somebody owes somebody some dinner tonight.
Yeah, that's
you know
what
I'm saying?
A steak dinner, a lobster or something.
We talked about brisket last week, so yeah, this week it's steak.
Steak.
You know,
cook it medium. You know, a little medium. Don't have it well done. Give them a nice juicy steak.
Medium rare. Well done steak is like a hockey puck, bro.
Yeah, you don't want no hockey
puck.
Who
Eating
wants to eat a hockey puck?
Nah.
We got 2:38 left here. We got a 7-7 ball game, I believe. Tie ball game here now between the Outlaws and Phantom. And as we said before the ball game, we knew it was going to be a close game. We knew it would be a defensive battle. And so far, they haven't disappointed. They are playing great football.
For sure. And like we said earlier, we did have a full slate of football as always. And the Silverbacks are continuing their undefeated ways, 38-0 over the Titans. The Owls also put up a bagel against the Tigers, 34-0. The Lions continuing to win. They thunderstruck the Thunder, 26-16. The Headhunters squeaked out a victory over the Demons, 28-26. And the Rebels continue their undefeated ways, squeaking out the Reapers, 14-6. And I believe there's a game going on right now between the Tide and the Spartans. And we'll get a score for you, as this will be returned as he bounces out to the right and is
good return there.
Yeah, comfortably down around the 38-yard line.
Good return there. How about those Headhunters, though? I mean, I know they lost last week, but they put up 35 points last week. Lost, I believe, 48-35. And then this week putting up 28 points. Week before putting up double-digit points again. They're figuring out ways to score. You know, they're putting up points week in and week out.
Unfortunately, the teams that they're playing are just scoring more than them. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're scoring.
And, they're battling for that last playoff position.
Yep. That's a big win versus the Demons, too. We're kind of right there as well. You need to kind of win out in order to have a shot at the playoffs. But great job by the Headhunters getting it done today. You know how I feel about the Silverbacks. They're rolling.
They're your
9-0?
favorites, man. 9-0.
I like the Silverbacks. I like what they're doing. I like the culture that they're building over there.
And they're going to play into a play-in game. So
yeah. It's exciting football what they put on the field every week.
Handoff up the middle. Nowhere.
Run up the middle, get stopped. Phantom kind of keying in on the running back there. Really know where to go. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9 here for the Outlaws. So far, it's tough to say. Outlaws doing a good job mixing it up, playing, doing the run, mixing up with the pass, lining up in 2x2, showing a little bit of I formation. Really just trying to find ways to be creative in their own way and attack this Phantom's defense. Coming out here in another 2x2 spread look here versus the Phantom.
Aguilar low snap, throws it left. Incomplete, off the hands of the intended receiver. Kind of slipped as he was going down.
Looked like he got a 2x2 look there by the Outlaws, and the Phantom decided to keep one safety high, ran a bit of a cover 3 look, which is kind of uncommon against a 2x2 look, but they must see something against Tony in this Outlaws offense that they can exploit just by keeping one safety high and keeping more in the box. So kudos to them, bringing up a 3rd and long here for the Outlaws.
So a lot of excitement early in this game as we're approaching the second quarter, and this is exactly what we signed up for, the bragging rights between the Battle of Phoenix. battle of 5 and 3 as Aguilar throws it right, nearly intercepted.
Oof. He had a beat on that too. He could have taken that back.
Mike Ignano Jr. wanted that back as he punches almost a hole in the ground.
Oh yeah, good play by the savvy veteran Mike. You know, if he had another crack at that, it'd be going back. I wouldn't say for 6 because he would say he's getting old, but he's definitely taking that back at least.
And
a good
he laid out
yards.
for it too, so probably down right where he caught it.
Oh
but,
yeah, for sure.
You know, love to see the effort though, Mike.
Yeah,
after
effort.
he got beat up last game, he'll tell you. He was sick, puking in the garbage.
Black eye on
You
his
know what I'm saying?
on his left side of his face.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
he looked like Nelly with the Band-Aid on his face, man.
He had a
All
tough,
swag with Macagnano.
go around last week versus Spartans, but he's bounced back tough. Looked good today. Black eyes cleared up, and he's diving around out here, flying around everywhere.
As a good punt,
Solid punt.
as it will not be returned and downed. Impressive placement by number 14.
Mm-hmm.
Izard Carroll.
Yeah, good job there by the special teams. Puts them there on the 38-yard line here. Phantom got 3 seconds here in the first quarter, so they got enough time for one play. Then they enter the second quarter, which in a way, I'm kind of happy for them because maybe they can run this play, or actually, never mind.
Yeah,
they won't have
spoke
time.
too soon.
Spoke too soon. So that'll bring up the second quarter here now between the Phantom and the Outlaws, 7-7 ball game.
Yeah, and exactly what we expected as these teams, I don't want to say no love lost because obviously, when you have a rivalry, there's love and hate. It's a fine line. So some love lost.
Yeah, and this is one of those interesting kind of rivalries where you might not see a lot of bickering between the two of them on the field. There's a lot of respect between both of these teams. Each player individually and the other players on the opposite team, they have a lot of respect for each other. It's a rivalry simply because both these teams bring it every single time they play each other, and they love the intensity that both these teams bring. Like I said, Outlaws usually they're showing a little bit different style today, but usually a hard-nosed, hard-hitting football team. And if you're a person playing semi-pro football, those are the kind of games you love. So the Phantom embrace that kind of physicality, and it's showing tonight with a good defensive football game to start. Good special teams plays here and there as well, because that's what's going to have to happen to create a difference of imbalance in this game.
Definitely, and that's what it's about. They say respect, game watches game, game respects game. And,
right.
It's never fun to, I'm sure it's fun to put up a 50 burger, but when the game's exciting and action-packed, I believe that's what we sign up for.
Oh, yeah, definitely, most definitely. Got a trips bunch look here or pistol look here for the Phantom. End around here, handed off to number 17. He's got some room.
And he's got more room as he cuts it inside, but is pushed out of bounds right before the 40-yard line.
Great play by Chris Richardson there on the end around. Good play call by the coordinator here, Fisher, for the Phantom here, giving a little bit different look, showing the fake handoff and using an end around with his wide out there. And he's able to pick up about 13 yards in the play. We got a first down for the Phantom.
Definitely, and that's what it's about, keeping the defenders on their toes as, we definitely don't want to be predictable and get caught up in, the redundancy of the play call. So
definitely.
Good way to switch it up and move the chains, and Phantoms are in action here.
2-by-2 look here for the Phantom. Motion receiver coming from the slot, showing a 3-by-1.
Armenta rolls out, looks to throw it, has a man complete, and there's Richardson again.
See, and that's the thing. This Armenta, this young kid, when he can get his feet set and throw the football, he's thrown some really good balls over the last couple.
He's got
weeks.
an Armenta on him.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
And you thought I would not show up, but I am here.
You are definitely here. Oh man, yeah, great pitch and catch from Armenta to his receiver, man. And the Phantom now have back-to-back first downs, and they're really starting to cook up.
Definitely, but yeah, no, like you were saying, once he has time and can actually step in the pass, he definitely puts it where he wants and has a good early connection with Richardson.
Yeah, that's a great catch by Richardson, too, on the sideline there. Hand off to AD, off tackle.
And now he's got some room to
he's
run.
Gone.
And he
He's
may
gone.
be in.
He's
and
gone.
this is the AD that we
Touchdown.
know
Yep.
of seasons past.
Yep.
And with that, the Phantoms are in. And they have their first lead of the night, 13-7, pending an extra point attempt.
What you just witnessed is what happens is when you're able to mix it up. I mean, the Phantom for a little while there, I feel like they were caught in a rut. Up the middle, inside zone, maybe a little power. They show a little end around, then they come back out to a rollout, and then their run game opens up with AD right up the middle here, finds a cutback lane, gets into the end zone. And that's the kind of play calling we traditionally expect to see from a Fisher coached offense, and we're seeing it finally here in this drive. Great play play calling, great execution, great touchdown there by the Phantom.
As a flag is thrown, so let's see what the call is. But yeah, no, definitely, and this is the type of momentum you want as.
Right.
Let's see what they call here.
Yeah, they got a false start for the Phantoms. Just going to bounce them back a little bit here, and they get to retry this PAT.
But yeah, no, like you were saying, being able to switch it up, getting connection, chemistry on between Armenta and Richardson, and then AD, you know, kind of getting his cleat down in the dirt and doing what he does, and that combination can set them up for a good second half of this game.
And it's funny because I always said last week I was saying after the game is that they were missing that dynamic punch. And I call AD Mr. Dynamic. He just has a way of putting his stamp on games that he's in, whether he's 100%, 30%. When he gets the football, there's always a chance that he can go the distance. And right there and then him showing you coming back off his injury that he's still got some juice. And he's able to find the cutback leg, get in the end zone. Great job by Mr. Dynamic himself, AD.
And with that, the extra point attempt is no good. So now 13-7.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that comes back to haunt them. But no, definitely great drive, man. You know, started with like you said, the play calling, confidence on our mentor to be able to stand in there, get his passes down the field, and then AD kind of, you know, capping it off.
See, in a drive like that's what's going to get a young quarterback comfortable. You know, when the play calling is mixed up well enough to create an unbalance of the defense. It was basically what Fisher was able to do just now. Get the defense slanting in a direction and beat them backdoor. That's what you want to be able to do. And if you're able to make play calls like that, get the defense shifting in ways that they're not used to having to shift and having to adjust, that's going to help this young quarterback settle down and be able to get some throws off, get down the field and find some receivers. And he was able to do that on the rollout. Great job by Armenta.
Must feel good to be able to hand it off to a workhorse like AD as the returner bobbles it and had to go down for safety. But, you know, a good return regardless as they're right outside the 45.
Yeah, those first, second line guys on them kick returns ain't really known for their hands. They're out there to hit somebody and get in front of somebody. So good job by him being able to corral it after bobbling it, but able to corral it and then not obviously causing another turnover for this Outlaw defense. But Outlaws got to make something shake here now. Down by 6 points, 3:35 and counting left here in the second quarter. Phantom starting to settle in on defense, starting to become creative a little bit on offense. So they've really got to try to sustain a drive here and try to get in the end zone.
Right, and you know, with that being said, the Outlaws are not playing bad on offense, right?
No,
so
not bad. No.
You know, just like you said, they just need to kind of get out of this rut and get something going as the Phantoms are kind of, you know, stepping into themselves and feeling themselves a little bit as the handoff up the middle, it's not effective.
Yeah, and on that play is big number 8, Jerron Green again, man. He's a real physical linebacker, downhill type guy. He can also make plays in open space. He, in my opinion, humble opinion that is, I believe that he's one of the top linebackers in this league. He can make so many different things happen, and he's also extremely quick for his size. He's a sideline to sideline type guy, and it's crazy to see in semi-pro football an outside linebacker with his type of size, strength, and ability to cover as well as come down and make tackles. So great play there by Green, and let's see if he can keep that up throughout the game.
Second down now. Throws it and is bobbled as number 7 again tried to run upfield before he had it secured. That is Jared Moore.
And that's just unfortunate because if he's able to catch that ball, secure the ball, and get his eyes upfield, he might have a chance at a first down there. So
definitely
unfortunate play there by him. Great throw by Tony though. I believe that ball was catchable. But that'll bring up a third and long type situation, and it's not really a strong suit for the Outlaws to be in these kind of situations. Third and long, second and long. They want to create short yardage situations to pick up first downs and keep the chains moving. So we'll see what the offensive coordinator here dials up. Obviously coming out right now in a 2-by-2 look, 3rd and 8.
Right, and our guy Jaden, safety high, was ready to unload on him with the catch. So as a pass now is nearly caught. Impressive throw, but just batted down right upon contact.
That was a great play by number 2, Mr. Times, getting it done for the Phantom, man. Great job by him. Punching that out, but the Outlaw receivers, man, they can't corral the ball in that first touch. For some reason, they keep bobbling it, or they're not able to secure the football. And the Phantom have been able to capitalize, punching it out there by Mr. Times, and the play before coming downhill, making a tackle, forcing the receiver to cough up the ball. So Outlaws have got to start catching the football if they want to be successful tonight. I mean, yes, you want to be physical, want to be able to run the game, but the times when you do pass, help your quarterback out. Just putting the ball on the money, catch the football for him, you know.
For sure. I know they they made stickums illegal. I don't know if AzCFL, if you're allowed to,
No stickums.
No stickums?
Here.
Okay. Well, then catch the ball, fellas.
You just got to have hands.
All right. Hands, batteries not included. As Jaden is looking to return it, he's got some room. He may want to cut it upfield as he does. Now he switches directions, and now he cuts it up the middle. He's still going. Great return. Jaden Smith letting him know he's back, as he admitted Marchwan may have gotten the best of him last week, and
But with that being said, man, watching the battle between those two guys last week was
awesome.
fun to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a savvy veteran in Marchwan who's still got some wheels about him. You got a young upstart, so to speak, in Jaden, and he took the challenge on. He won some plays, he lost some plays, but at the end of the day, he didn't back down from the savvy veteran, and that's what you love to see from a young competitor, especially at that corner position. So great job by him.
Yeah, for sure. And we had joked around like last week. We were saying maybe I jinxed it because we talked about him not getting any targets, and then he was getting got at. So
2x2 look here for the Phantom, 2 safety high look here for the Outlaws. Motion across the field here into a 3x1. Fake handoff.
Throws it.
Screenplay set up.
Has his man. Let's see if that's Richardson. It's not. It is to number 5 as he's dancing, still dancing, and is tripped up around the 30.
By Kendall Johnson there on the play. Oh my goodness.
And
my goodness.
He's slow to get up as he looks in pain.
Yeah, his foot. Oh my gosh.
He was tripped up.
He was.
And this looks bad.
Yeah, this isn't good. Oh my gosh. I hope he's okay. Sorry, guys. This is, when something like this happens.
We try to remember that these are, grown men out there first, football second.
Yes,
we just want to make sure that our players are healthy, and we got a trainer out there as, we're not medical professionals, but the guys down there are, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of. And let's see if he's okay.
It just didn't look good. So for those that can, I'm not sure if I'm on the screen, if you can see my face out there. It's just that anytime one guy's body goes one way and his leg and his bottom halves go the other way, you've got a situation that's usually not very good, and that's what happened here tonight. I just hope it's just a strain of some sort and nothing big. I can't sugarcoat it. Did not look good.
Football is definitely a physical sport, and, we try to practice precautions, but it's a fast sport that comes at you fast, and hopefully he's okay, as we were just celebrating a great play, so we want to make sure he's okay.
Oh, wow. Sorry, audience. We just don't have the words.
If
I really hate to see a guy go down like this, and
unfortunately, we don't have any, sponsors right now. We would take immediate timeout if we could, but
we're actually going to go ahead and just take a brief pause in game tonight, guys. Just hang tight while we go ahead and just go to a bit of a break. right, brief pause there, guys, as we now get back to action. Player helped off the field. We hope the young man is okay. Just update, it just looked like that he was wrapped up in one way. He was falling to the left, and then the pile took his top part of his body towards the right, while the bottom part of his body stayed still, and that's always dangerous. Amateur diagnosis right now is strained ACL.
So with that being said, the show must go on as Armenta is scrambling right, throws it, and incomplete as he had some pressure in his face. That is blade again getting to his face. We're back, and we're going to give you guys the game of the week as we signed up for. And, the show must go on. We hope Mr. Kendall Johnson is okay, and the medical staff is with him. But, yeah, we have ourselves a great matchup right now, 13-7, and the Phantoms are knocking on the door.
Hey, that was a great play there by Armenta, not taking a sack on that play, getting rid of the football. Good play by a young quarterback out here, playing with the big boys, man, not giving up a bad play for his offense here. 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom. Hand off to number 9 up the middle.
And that's nowhere to be found.
That ball was handed off to Greg Dotstry.
Is Armenta rocking number 10 tonight? I thought last week he rocked 13.
Yeah, I think he's got 13. It's just kind of hard to see with the lighting coming off the jersey.
It's too icy out there.
That highlight silver ice they got blinging out there for the Phantom. 9-11 and counting here in the second quarter. 7-13 Phantom. And Phantom are knocking at the door again here. 3rd and 10. Big defensive play here for the Outlaws. They definitely got to get off the field here. Can't afford to go up a first down and keep this offense on the field. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom.
As Armenta backpedal, steps in the pocket, throws
He's got a guy. Touchdown. Oh, he dropped it.
And it is on the fingertips of Richardson.
Oh, no
And he is going to be losing some sleep over that one tonight, folks.
What a ball by the young guy Armenta, and the ball is dropped.
We talk about product placement. He placed it right in the bread basket. No butter. Unsalted butter even.
I don't understand. It's like you don't want to score. The man walked up and handed him a touchdown, and he couldn't corral it in.
He said, hey, I got these 6 points. You want them? He said, nah.
Nah, I'm good. I don't need those
Maybe
six.
next time.
Maybe next time. Go ahead, give it to somebody else. Yeah,
talk about practice. But nice pass, Armenta.
Great play, first of all, by the offensive line, giving Armenta the chance to set his feet in the pocket, step up, and deliver a great ball in the post route. Unfortunate event that number 17, Chris Richardson, was not able to bring it in, but great pitch there by Armenta.
Giving him the fourth down
here for the Phantom.
As Armenta looks left.
Pressure coming here by the Outlaws.
Throws it, and it is dropped.
Man, these guys are not helping out
Dre Roberts. Today. Dropping it. Again, looks like he was looking to run before he had it. So
unfortunate.
Armenta not getting loved by his receivers now, but doing his thing, right?
Armenta, the score should be 19-7, buddy. When you're watching this broadcast back, just know that we know up here the score should be 19-7. You guys should be attempting an extra point right near. Unfortunate turn of events, though. But luckily for the Outlaws, they dodged that bullet. They're still down just one score, and they got a chance now here offensively to see if they can get something going.
Yeah, so Armenta definitely letting his presence known.
Oh, yeah. He's like I said, the kid's playing good football. You know, he's not playing bad. He's not making the situation worse. You know, he's coming out here. He's playing within the system. He's making the throws he needs to make, handing the ball off when it needs to be handed off. It's hard being an 18-year-old kid trying to come out here and lead men from 18 to 60.
Right. Right. While you have a crowd of people watching, man.
Game of the night, Man,
when I was 18, going to the DMV was hard enough.
Go and get
and
your
that's like by yourself, like, oh, yeah.
And he's out here trying to lead a group of men. They got to help him out at this point now. They got to make some plays for him. Kid's putting the ball on the money. Catch the ball, make some plays for this kid. Anywho, 2-by-2 look here for the Outlaws. 2nd and 6 here. Tony looks right.
Got pressure on him. That was Jaron Green. Green means go, as that's all he was doing. He has no pressure, no defenders in his way. He had a clear path, and Aguilar had to just let that thing go before. He was a sack
did a
lunch.
good job there not taking the sack and getting rid of the football, though. I mean, but that is one of the things that you want to do when you are playing this outlaw offense is you want to put some pressure on Tony if he's the quarterback because you're not extremely mobile guy. Just mobile enough is kind of how you describe Tony sometimes. But you want to be able to put pressure, get some guys in his line of sight, and not give him a clean pocket to be able to step up in and throw the football. So great there by the Phantom.
He's not mobile. He's mobile.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
He's not mobile. He's mobile. Ridiculous.
Slight difference. As somebody jumped early, third down now.
Or no,
timeout. So first timeout called?
Yeah, it looks like the first time out of the game.
I mean, the action's flying. They're like, hey, why be the ones that stop their own momentum?
Yeah, but I think it's a decent timeout here by the Phantom. You really want to get this Outlaws offense off the field. Talk about it real quick. What would be upsetting is if after this timeout they come out here and then they give up a first down. That would be very upsetting.
Yes.
But Phantom playing very well so far. Defensively, offensively, they're really starting to move the chains, really starting to cook, and the Outlaws really got to find an answer on offense.
Yeah, and, it did start like it was looking, the Outlaws came out hot, early touchdown. We kind of started saying, wow, okay, the pressure's on the Phantoms. But then the special teams reared their pretty head and say, hey, we're special, and this is why. And they gave, they positioned, the product placement, as we'd say, gold platter.
Yes.
They gave them.
Any good football coach tells you 3 phases to a football game. Special teams can win games. Special teams are the reason why the Phantom are up right now. Without special teams, they would not be up in this game. It'd be 6-7 without that special teams play.
Dude, there's some NFL teams that live on their return game.
Remember the Bears years ago?
Yeah. Oh. As a pass is incomplete. Yeah, Devin Hester was the reason why they were in the Super Bowl. Against the Colts. Incomplete pass now, fourth down now.
Pass was intended for number 7, Justin. Wrong guy. Number 7, Jared Moore for the Outlaws. Tony, he slipped there and he was on the ground, Mr. Moore, and Tony hit him in the face mask with it while he was on the ground. Still should have been able to bring that one in, but wasn't able to do it. 4th and 7 here for the Outlaws. 6-10 and counting here in the second quarter.
So Armento is going to get his ball back, and he's going to definitely want to, exercise those demons.
Yeah, I look for some similar play calling. Set up the screens to the outside. They're showing a little bit of cushion. The corners are giving up about 10 yards out there on the outside. Go back to the screen game. Use some rollout. See if you can attack the
skyscraping punt as Jaden puts the ball on the ground.
Wow.
And this is going to be outlaw ball.
Wow.
Rookie mistake by the rookie. He is going to want that one back. As we said, looked like he was running upfield before he had the ball.
Yeah, you got to secure the football first. Secure the ball, and then you make a move and try to make a play. So.
Spoke too soon. Armento's not getting the ball.
Yeah, not getting the ball back. Tony's getting the ball back. That's just how it's going to be. Tony taking the field now for the Outlaws offense. First and 10 here for the Outlaws after the big turnover or muffed punt, so to speak.
And the gift by their special teams.
Yep. So Phantom make a big special teams play and
a big mistake.
And a big mistake on special teams. But at least it doesn't put them on the 1 yard line, right?
Right. But
spread football here for the Outlaws here, 2-by-2 look, motioning here to a 3-by-1.
Aguilar looking right, throws it over the middle, and let's see if they call pass interference, and they're going to.
Yeah.
As I wouldn't call that as there's a little incidental contact at the feet, but hey, you get a little bit of attention where the play's at. They're going to throw that.
At the end of the day, you can't get there early.
Right.
You can't get there early.
With that being said, 14 is jogging off gingerly. That's Ezard Carroll that got the call. So, hey. Make the catch or, draw the penalty. Either way.
Their offense is still on the field. It's going to bring up an automatic first down. Now we're in that red zone territory, a territory that's so dangerous here for a defense, but also a really tough place for the offense to score. So we'll see how the Phantom knuckle down, and we'll see what the Outlaws plan to do to crack the code, so to speak.
And we're approaching the wee hours of the second quarter, first half. Soon I'm going to ask you to put your coaching hat on and kind of see what they're going to be said at halftime. But right now, handoff up the middle to JJ as he's trying to punch it up the middle.
I would say, Outlaws getting a little bit better in the trenches here running the football here. Picking up, they ran the ball twice back-to-back, picking up 3 to 4 yards a pop, which is kind of what you want to see. If you get 3 to 4 yards a pop every down, you got a first down. So They're using that 3 to 4 yards that they're getting on the ground to set up some play actions and be able to attack the outside a little bit, which is typical outlaw type football. So they're really starting to get it going here. It'll be a 2nd and about 7 here for the Outlaws in the red zone here of the Phantom.
You know, this is that weird placement of like Aguilar's not playing bad. I was told that Hector is going to get some playing time. At what point do you make that move, right?
It's a close football game. Your starter's playing well. You got to keep him in the football game.
And there's my answer. As Aguilar throws it.
Oh, it's pass interference.
And he's going to have a man that's Jordan Brown in double coverage as they were, you know, giving him like a hug like they haven't seen him in a while. And with that, it's going to be right on the 5-yard line.
Justin Barnes and on there grabbing the jersey, getting a little bit too much of of the wide receiver there and getting called for a penalty. He was beat on the corner out, man. And sometimes as DBs, you got to reach out and grab whatever you can to save the touchdown. So
right.
Unfortunate that he got the penalty, but, you know, fortunate that he was able to save the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, and correction, it's 15 yards from the placement, not spot of the foul. So.
Yeah, so it's going to end up being on the looks like 5-yard line here. It'll be 1st and goal on the 5 here with the Outlaws marching and staring right at the goal line. 3:52 and counting here. So this is a really big possession here. If the Phantom are able to get a stop and get out of this half without giving up this touchdown, that would be huge. But if the Outlaws are able to get a score up, we've got a real ball game going into the second half. Basically a 0-0 ball game, which would make all the rights to a great storybook ending.
As Jordan is bouncing out, and he's doing some dancing around near the goal line, around the 5-yard line. So 2nd down now. Looks like they have enough to, they have to. Do they have enough to get another 1st down? Or
No,
it's in goal territory?
2nd. Yeah, it'll be 2nd and about 4 here for the Outlaws. So, I mean, they're right where they need to be. They got a chance here to cross the goal line. They got to finish it. I'd assume or be prepared to see some sort of play action and roll out towards the far side of the field, whichever side the field side is, the wide side. I'll hand it off up the middle.
Another handoff going nowhere, so bring up a 2nd down now.
I would have preferred on that down running a play action. Everyone's going to expect them to run a play action, maybe a old school, if you're an old school football team, maybe a tight end pop pass, something over the middle, or kind of like a flood route concept towards the outside off of a play action. But we didn't get that. We got a handoff up the middle. So now we'll have 3rd and short here for the Outlaws. 2:25 left and counting here in the second quarter.
Big body that said he's been a little under. I mean, that we haven't seen his name called, but Raymond Reed, big target. You know, could be used in the short goal line presence,
definitely.
but right now he's just
hanging out with the coach.
Yeah, cooling off.
I formation here for the Outlaws. Phantom loading the box, look like they're bringing some pressure. They get to him. Oh no, he breaks the tackle.
He throws it. And is little outside of the receiver's, I'd say, jurisdiction.
Catch radius?
Yes. As they believe we just entered the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
So with that, game of the week, Arizona Cactus Football League, Week 9, Phoenix Phantoms versus the Phoenix Outlaws. Current score of 13-7.
Yeah, 13-7 ball game here. Phantom leading this ball game. It will bring up 4th down and goal here for the Outlaws as they talk a little bit about how they want to try to get in this end zone.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what their kicker's looking like. Maybe they get a little quick 3 points going to halftime, but there's too much time on the clock. So
I think they want 6 here. That's what I if I'm the Outlaws head coach right now, I'm going for 6. Field goals aren't going to win this game. Got to get in the end zone.
Although the special teams has been the deciding factor.
That is now, if it's 13-13, I'm taking a field goal. Down a touchdown here going into halftime. Yeah, it makes it 10-3, but I would hate to squander this field position. You're not going to get down here very often. I'm going for 6.
Yeah, you're right. I want a touchdown and a missed extra point. I want 13 going to half. 13. Oh, give me the drama, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I want the drama.
You know I want a 0-0 game going to the second half.
I don't know about 0-0. We'll take 13-13.
Well, I mean, conceptually 0-0.
0-0, yeah, mentality going.
Come on.
Yeah, right. But look, I'm wrong. They got the field goal unit out there.
Oh, look at that. Inception. So they're going for the 3.
Yeah, I was just talking about what I would do if I was a coach.
Hey,
That's why the Outlaws go to the playoffs and they're contenders every year, because they don't listen to me.
Snap, hold, kick.
It's good.
It is good. And with that, we have a
10-13
closer
ball
score,
game.
13-10. So traditional, gutty, little jab for jab.
Yeah.
Late in this first half, early in this game.
And on the other aspect of that, I wanted them to go for it because, I like the drama and I want them to go for it. And as a coach, I definitely would have made that call. But there's nothing wrong with taking 3. At the end of the day, you're in the red zone. Take points when points are available. Outlaws, that's what they do. If they get a chance to put points up, they're going to do it. They did that. So 10-13 ball game here for the Outlaws. Phantom will get the ball back here with 1:55 left here in the second quarter.
So let's see if Armenta finally gets the ball back. It's been a while since he's been chilling, man.
Last time he was on the field, he had a drop touchdown pass that was thrown after making some good plays earlier in that drive. But he'll come back out here. I'm sure number 17 will be like, hey, give me another chance at it. And if they get another look that they like from that secondary, they'll definitely take another shot.
Yeah, definitely. Armenta. I wonder, with like in quarterback, is there like an access of like keeping his arm warm? Is it like in baseball, the pitcher has got like the jacket sleeve on his arm.
Some quarterbacks just get the ball and just go out there and throw to a receiver.
Oh, I got you. And just stay warm.
Yeah, stay warm. Keep the arm loose.
This kick is going to be, I think, retried. But yeah, we'll definitely get a score update for the Spartans and Tide as the Tide, I believe, are playing for their playoff live.
Yeah. And I believe the Spartans can clinch with a win tonight.
And, Scotty, I'm excited to see, what Scotty draws up. His marketing has been A1 with his Lay's potato chips.
I'm more so excited, football coaching mind, right? I'm more so excited to see what kind of creativity the offensive coordinator Wilkins brought to the table this week. Last week, he was very creative in his looks, his formations, mixing up things versus the Phantom to catch them off guard. I'm curious to see how he chose to attack the Tide today, so I can't wait to watch that film and see how that went down.
As they are defensive savvy in the Tide. As this will be returned, Sparks looks to cut it up the middle and brings it right to around the 25-yard line. So 1:42 left, and let's see this 2-minute offense from the Phantoms. And let's see Armenta. What does he got?
Yeah, Jared Morin on the tackle there, one of the receivers and DBs here for the Outlaws, getting downfield, getting a tackle in there. Great job by him. Phantoms got enough time, 1:42 left. I don't see them just running it out and trying to get into halftime. I see them trying to put more points up and see what their offense could do. Expect some screen plays. Expect possibly a couple draw plays to kind of catch this defense off guard.
I'm thinking a couple handoffs to AD, too. Maybe
yeah, why not?
Set the tone, but the tone's been set. We know what we're in store for the second half.
Oh, yeah.
Phoenix Phantoms, Phoenix Outlaws, the Battle of Phoenix, PHX.
Yes. Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? GOW, Game of the Week.
Oh,
any abbreviation you need, we got them here. AzCFL.
It's enough acronyms.
All right.
2x2 motion to the trips look here again that the Phantom have chosen to do quite a bit often here lately.
Meant to swallow up in the backfield, and that was 52. Jalen Roebuck.
See, it seems like Armenta's been more comfortable in rollout type situations, so I would look for them to do more of that here in the second half. It doesn't look like he's very comfortable at just sitting in the pocket, looking over the top of that offensive line, trying to get the ball downfield. If I'm Fisher, I'll try to kind of think back to what really made him successful this first half and try to get back to the rollout, some of the screen plays, and then get back to your foundation running the football. I know there's 1:30 left here, so you kind of got to drop back and air it out a bit, but he's looked really comfortable of play action, rollout, boot type situations or throwing the screen plays. I would get back to that if I were the Phantom.
I also wonder, him coming from the JUCO circuit as well as recently out of high school, playing at Yonker High School. I wonder his style, if it's a West Coast offense or kind of what he's been inundated with, and if Fisher has the similar coaching style or has to kind of teach a young dog new tricks.
At the end of the day, he's a young kid, so, he's got the rest of his football career to play. He's going to be playing for different coaches that have different philosophies, different offensive schemes, different game plans. So gamers, no matter what situation is, no matter what offense it is, they could be running, no disrespect to the Thunder, but they can be out here running the wing T. He's got to come out here and be successful running that offense. At the end of the day, you got to be a chameleon at the quarterback position. So right now, they got a 2x2 look here. He's got the Outlaw spread out, motioning to a 3x1 to the short side of the field.
Armenta looking left now. Now bounces outside, looking for something, has nothing, has Blade in his face, and Blade gets his hands on him
Blade
before.
has been what you call an absolute nuisance. He has been the most annoying football player on the field tonight. He has been in Armenta's face play in and play out. Blade is having a solid football game tonight.
Shouts to Blade. I mean, many ask where he gets his nickname from. He's a Texas football player. He played in some all-star games out there. And one of the semi-pro teams he was playing for, every Saturday he would show up with his Blade, like a Wesley Snipes Blade jacket.
The jacket.
And everyone's like, bro, you look like Blade. You look like the Night Walker or something. And it stuck with him ever since. So shouts to him, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, he's been around the semi-pro circuit here in Arizona for a little while now. And year in and year out, he's always making plays, always right in the thick of things. So I guess Blade is a fitting name for the guy. You know what I mean? He's always involved.
Cutting up offenses.
He's cutting up offenses. He saved the day a few times for the Outlaws.
You know?
Blade's definitely having a great game tonight, and he's had a great semi-pro career here in Arizona. Shout out to Blade.
Yeah, I think he led the league in 2019 with most sacks. He had like 20 sacks or something crazy.
Yeah, Blade is a good athlete, man. He gets after it.
So,
referees having a bit of a discussion here.
Yeah, we haven't seen as many flags thrown tonight as often.
Yeah, a little bit cleaner of a game, huh?
Yeah, the refs, their passing yards are a little down tonight.
Right.
But
minute 24 here with the clock stop. Second quarter, 10-13 Phantom. Outlaws finished in the last drive with a field goal, creating that 10-13 score. Trips right here for the Phantom.
Armento looking left, throws it. A little miscommunication there as he hit the back of a lineman.
I think they were trying to run like a halfback screen here, but, you know, AD's on the other side of the field, so I'm not sure.
It was literally a half of a back screen.
Yeah. I think the running back just may have gone the wrong direction. Play was designed to go to the left. Running back ran right. Miscue there. But that'll bring up a punting situation. The Outlaws will get the ball back, though, with 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock here.
In, you know, what I believe is going to be great field position,
yeah.
Similar to when the Outlaws had their back on the doorstep,
right.
And the Phantoms turned that around. So let's see here. Talking about special teams, they can get some pressure on the punter. All types of things can shake right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anything can happen. They're in a block punt type situation or a block punt type formation here. There it is.
And with
almost.
that,
it
goes in the back of the end zone. Let's see what they count it.
It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown, Outlaws. And with that being said, we said the fear of them having their backs against the wall will result in something similar. And with that, the Outlaws have taken the lead, JR.
And guess what? Another special teams play. It's crazy how it works.
You know?
It's crazy how it works.
We talk about it, and it becomes real.
Yes.
We call that Inception. And with that, the Outlaws have taken the lead early in this contest, late in this first half, all stemming from what we thought was, a premature field goal attempt. But it was all part of the plan, JR.
Yeah. So the Outlaws, I guess, had the ability to see the future.
But at
the end of the day, they took the points that were available there on that drive, which gave them the 3 points and made it 10. They get a big stop defensively, get the ball back with more than enough time to put another score up. But special teams comes up before they have to punt the ball, and they get a big punt block here, forcing a 16-13 ball game. Great play here in the special teams by the Outlaws.
And the Outlaws, I think, are forced to take a timeout as there was some confusion on the extra point attempt. So.
Phantom get a great special teams play, put up 6. Outlaws get a great special teams play, put up 6.
Phantoms have a miscue on special teams. Fumble.
Outlaws
get the ball.
Outlaws get the ball, put up 3. Special teams.
They chipping away. They special. But, definitely, signed up for a great matchup, in store for a great matchup. This first half has been action-packed. But reminder, we had a full slate of football today. The Silverbacks continuing their recognition, their first year, letting them know. 38-0 over the Titans.
Did I say shout out to the Silverbacks yet?
I think you've said it loosely.
Okay, shout out to the Silverbacks getting it done again.
Okay, 34 Owls. Tigers 0 as they just cannot get something shaken. The Lions continuing to, roar back as they take care of the Thunder 26-16. The Headhunters, man, literally squeaking out by the skin of their nose, 28-26 over the Demons.
The Headhunters and Demons got a rivalry that shoots back about 20-some-odd years, man. They've been going at it for a long time. Glad to see them still keeping that rivalry alive, having a close football game tonight.
And then the Rebels, man, 14-6 as
PAT is good. It is 17-13 Outlaws, man.
Change of events. And we have ourselves a new ball game. And a minute 19 left in this first half. And, definitely excited for the second half as we got ourselves some excitement.
Yeah, definitely some excitement, man. It's been fun to watch, man. Good defensive plays here and there, good offensive plays on each side, great special teams plays on each side, creating a 17-13 ball game that you see in front of us. This is what you get. This is what you want to see when it comes to a game of the week. We've had a couple blowout game of the weeks this year, but this is the kind of football that we expect when we get out here on these late Saturday nights between two good, solid football teams. And they've been solid throughout their entire existence. Outlaws have always been a solid football team. Phantom have always been a solid football team. And they're coming out here and displaying what both teams are about.
You know what would be really dope? You know how, like, this is the Battle of Phoenix? And you know how there's that giant light on South Mountain?
Oh, yeah.
What if one of the lights was based on the color of the winning team?
That would be cool.
You know?
We got to work some things out.
We got to call the mayor, son.
Yeah,
something.
Call the mayor. See if we can get Matt to make a phone call out there so we can make something shake.
Because, you know, when the Giants Jets, they got, Empire State lit up with blue or green. With this, why not? That'd be dope. So,
kick is up. Sparks back to return it.
And he's going to let that trickle in.
That ball is live. He has
and
to
now he's going to pick it up.
He has to go.
Yeah, true, because he touched it. And now he is brought down by another amazing special teams play by the Outlaws.
See, I would have liked Sparks to let that initial ball just go over his head, get the touchback, and move on. But with him touching the ball, it forces a situation where he has to now corral that ball and try to make a play. So great play again on special teams by the Outlaws, pinning the Phantom back. Last time they were in this situation, you know what happened. They put up 6 points by blocking the punt. So great job so far here by the Outlaws, being very opportunistic in their approach towards this game.
Well, actually, regardless of him touching it, once it went 10 yards, it's a live ball. So he would have had to corral it regardless because it's kickoff.
Correct, but the change there becomes once the ball touches the end zone.
Oh,
right. If he doesn't touch that ball and it touches the end zone,
it's a touchback, right.
With him going up and touching the ball and then it going into the end zone, he has to now corral that ball and try to make a play.
Oh, true. If he didn't touch it, then...
Right, because if he touches that ball, it goes into the end zone, he corrals it, it becomes 6 points. He kicks it, it becomes 6 points.
Oh, dangerous play there.
Ooh, he got up.
Upended by Devorius Mark.
Right.
Number 18. It's definitely unintentional as he's confused going back to the huddle.
Yeah, I know for a fact. He's got to have some kind of air knocked out of him. He hit the ground pretty hard there. But, players lay it all out on the line here. He put his body on the line to try to make a play. If he catches that interception, they're right on the 9-yard line with another chance to score. So, it's kudos to him for the effort and trying to make a play happen there. But, sometimes you get the raw end of it. A minute and 4 here in the second quarter, 17-13.
They're back on their doorstep, right where the last problems happened. So, with that being said, flag thrown or whistle blown, and they can't go any farther. But with that being said, full start. So they're half the distance.
And then they'll go ahead and have second and long here, about second and 13. It looks like Outlaws getting loud on the sideline, chanting. The crowd starting to get into it now, seeing a big chance to continue this momentum swing. Great night for football here in Arizona, man. The atmosphere is absolutely awesome out here. Pro look here, 2x1 for the Phantom.
Armenta hands it off. And that looks like to be to Sparks, number 4.
Yeah, he was able to. He got a little bit of room
Sparks,
to run there. Yeah, he had a little bit of room to run there. If he's able to get that ball and that defensive tackle isn't able to arm tackle him there, he might have had some room to possibly get the first down. But great job by the Outlaws here, bringing up a long third down situation here for the Phantom. 52 seconds left here now in the second quarter.
And they're asking us to reset the clock at 1:05.
Yeah, they want the clock set to 1:05 here. Apparently, we had a couple minutes run off. A couple extra seconds run off. Sorry, make that a correction to 56 seconds here, put back on the clock.
Oh, yeah, 5, 6. Perfect.
4 extra seconds may have gone off here. So it'll be 17-13, 56 seconds left in the half. Phantom have the ball, 3rd and 8.
Football is a game of inches and a game of seconds.
Yeah, a game of inches and a game of seconds for sure.
So let's see, a minute or 56 seconds, and the the Phantoms got their back to their goal line, and obviously now just want to get out of this half. creating any more, havoc or any more crises.
Yeah, definitely don't want to allow any more points to get put up. Definitely don't want to give the Outlaws any more momentum.
Let's see. Handoff now to Sparks,
Sparks,
as he's got some room to run.
Good run.
As the floor was kind of spread
Looks
open.
Like the clock didn't start there, so we'll see how much time they let go off. Got 48 seconds and counting here.
Let's see. The clock has stopped at 48.5. Yep.
Yeah, 48.5 seconds left here. Phantom trying to hurry up and get it going here with some momentum. Got a 2x1 look, pro look here for the Phantom.
As the ball is going to go over Armenta. This is dangerous as it's a live ball, and Blade may have come up with it.
There goes that man.
And there goes Blade.
There goes that man.
With the ball, man. So sharp play by Blade, and was able to cut through the line and give his team the ball.
Sharp play by Blade.
43.
That's what we're doing tonight.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing tonight. Sharp play by Blade. Okay.
Sharp play.
That's where we're at with it tonight.
That's
creative. I like that. Sharp play by Blade.
It cuts deep.
That is an absolute great play. Blade's been absolutely everywhere tonight, man. And when you're out there working hard, it's good to see a player get rewarded by being able to make a big play for his team.
For sure. And as the defensive side of things, you see receivers dance, do the the touchdown dances, the first down dances. Let the defenders get some love, right?
Oh, yeah. You notice that it wasn't much of a celebration. He just put the ball back down and started running towards the sideline.
Right. Like, hey, I did me.
Yeah, I did me. I do what I do out
this
here.
Y'all, the rest of y'all.
2x1 eye look here for the Outlaws.
As the throw is complete, and that's Brown. Or no, that is Big Mike.
84, his second one of the game.
84, give him the score. What do you know?
Attaboy. Big Mike out here.
And the Outlaws are a point away from making it 24-13. So, man, what a chain of events within this last 2 minutes. 2 minute warning us that the scoreboard's going to be changed drastically.
Yeah.
So, wow.
And I was looking for some play calling like that a while back when they were in the red zone where they came away with just a 3. A play action call, some kind of flood route concept. They were able to catch the tight end there on the out route to the outside. Great pitch, great catch by Big Mike, and great toss by Tony.
So, great way to get his separation, get his, presence known.
Yep.
As Raymond Reed's coming in for special teams.
Oh, yeah.
So, this 10-point difference. Under a second away from 11 points, and let's see.
We'll see if the kicker here can go ahead and cap it off with the extra point.
Snap, hold, kick is good. So we have now a 24-13 game, as there's a little over 30 seconds left in this half.
There has been 17 points scored in the last minute and 55 seconds of this football game.
And you know what? That's why they call it the 2-minute drill, because they shoot at all cylinders. Boom, boom, boom.
That was creative. I like that one too.
I'm trying. Yeah. I'm trying, man.
Like if this was rap battle, I'd say that was a bar. That's a bar. Right
I'm not a rapper, but I'm not a rapper. Shouts to Super Hot Fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Jonte, man. He always listens in. Jonte showing us love in Red Zone, where usually it's all spice in Red Zone. We got love. So shouts to you, Jonte. I know you're listening, obviously, because it's the Outlaws. Shouts to my nephew, Theo. He out here.
Look at Big Mike. Look at Big Mike walking over to the family. This is big time. Look at Tony over with the family now. You know, they're having a great game. They better focus up, get back. You've got a whole half of football to play.
Come on. You don't celebrate early.
They're celebrating with fans.
Yeah, come on. What is that, halftime MVP awards?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Come on.
38 seconds here left. Ball is up.
And Jaden wants to take this
he
one
wants
back.
This one.
He said, Coach,
he's got some room here on the right if you can cut
I'm
it back.
hungry. And he is taken out down at his knee. Dangerous tackle, but textbook as
that's more again, man. He's got about 3 or 4 solo tackles right here on special teams, man. He is having a great game in the special teams.
He has a couple drop passes too. So
yeah, but we're talking about the special teams right now.
We are.
So let's hype him up. Let's keep him
hype. My bad.
Great job by Moore, man, on the special teams, getting some good tackles. He'll work on his hands at halftime.
Yeah, true. 33 seconds left, and let's see if the Phantoms just want to conserve
Regroup, come out the second half, giving yourself an 11-point deficit now with a absolutely horrible last 2 minutes, and
they get the ball at half too.
Man,
so
listen. All I know is they need to get out of this one because they haven't been able to make anything shake.
So okay, you're a fly on the wall in the locker room. Let's take it to the Phantoms.
Take it to the Phantoms locker room
first.
I'm not sure I can say what's going to be said in the Phantoms locker room.
Okay,
but
bleep bleep
beep
bleep
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 beep bleep.
Do
get
better.
it together. Do better. Right? No, but in all seriousness, man, Phantom need to just settle down, regroup, and get back to playing Phantoms football. I think their strong suit offensively so far has been a little bit of the screen game and then using the screen game to open up the run versus using the run to open up the screen game. I think they need to switch that philosophy around a little bit going to the second half. Defensively, honestly, they haven't played bad defensively. They've just been caught in some very bad situations, so I'm going to tell my boys defensively, continue to get after it. You have to play mistake-free football the second half. You cannot allow a score because if they get to 30, our offense hasn't shown that we can put up 30 points yet. It's going to be tough. They need to keep this score at 24. That is my message to the Phantom.
And then as for the other side of things, like I said, I don't want to, preach too much, but I was told that Jay's going to get some playing time.
Right.
But like you said, Aguilar's doing his thing. They have a lead.
Right.
When does that change get made, or does it?
If they're able to maintain this kind of lead, I'd expect that kind of change to kind of happen a little late in the fourth quarter, probably around 5 or 6 minutes left. But this is a playoff-like atmosphere football game for the Outlaws. Both of these teams need wins. They're trying to close this football game out to put themselves in a position where they don't have to look over their shoulder to make the playoffs. And that's my message to this football team. Yeah, we won a half, but we haven't won anything yet. Continue to fight, continue to scrap, continue to claw, continue to make big plays on special teams, continue to play physical on defense, and offensively limit the turnovers to 0. And on top of that, make sure that we are executing. Make sure we're running the football, win the battle in the trenches, continue to do what's gotten you here.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, 24-13 in this half, the Battle of Phoenix between the Outlaws and the Phantoms.
Right.
5-3. Both teams on the inside looking out on the playoffs, looking for bragging rights, and then looking for momentum. And, the second to last regular season game, trying to continue consistency with the dubs.
Yep.
So with that being said, we will be back with a little 5 minutes left going into the second half. But stay tuned for what is an exciting second half matchup we have in store. And we're back here at Cortez High School for AzCFL Game of the Week, Week 9. Second half coming up between the Phoenix Phantoms and the Phoenix Outlaws, JR. As we saw towards the tail end of that first half, the action was picking up, and like you said, 17 points in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, momentum is a dangerous thing in any sport, especially football. And fortunately for the Outlaws, they were able to capitalize off of some very big special teams plays, some very big stops for themselves in the red zone, and able to put points up based off of a block punt, a pin down here real deep in the end zone, and then being able to score offensively off of those, which has created a 24-13 ball game here that you see tonight.
Yeah, and some definitely some heroics on the special teams.
Yep.
We I had a chance to go down and talk to some of the names of that we saw on the scoreboard earlier in the game. AD getting that early touchdown run. He was saying that he's hungry and he wants to get back in there. And then also Armenta picking things up. Yep. And then some of the miscues. Jaden putting that ball down on that punt return. He was talking about working on the working on the form and just kind of the textbook, getting back to the the X's and O's of securing the ball, then running up the field.
See, a lot of the Phantoms' message at halftime after talking with the coaches was about getting back down to the fundamentals, getting back down to the type of football team we are, really getting in touch with our roots and making sure that they're in a situation where they can be successful here this second half. See, a lot of times in football in general, people start doing uncharacteristic things, and the Phantom are right now in that rut. Last couple of weeks just doing things that are just uncharacteristic of them as a football team and as a program. The message for the Phantom football team at halftime was be ourselves, get back to the basics of football, run the football, make your blocks when you can make your blocks, catch the ball when you can catch. When you do catch the ball, make a play. That's all you got to do, and please, no turnovers. That's the message from Stretch to his boys at halftime. I think they'll come out here and respond well.
We definitely saw our fair share of those in the first half, so definitely looking for some more structured football and mistake-free, but exciting to the gills, if you will, as if the last 2 minutes of the first half is any indication of the second half, then buckle your seatbelts.
Yeah, and Outlaws aren't done yet. They got a lot of things after speaking with the offensive coordinator and the Outlaw coaching staff. They got a lot of things that they got in their back pocket. Obviously, they want to show all their cards with playoffs coming up close, but they're going to try to experiment with some things offensively the second half, as well as continue trying to put points up. And defensively, they believe that defensively they've been solid. So they want to continue to play solid defense, not allow the deep ball. As you know, obviously being down by 2 scores here, you can expect a couple passing plays here to try to open up this game here for the Phantom. But don't allow the deep ball. Keep everything in front of you. Rally to the football on runs. The Outlaws just want to come out here the second half and play sound football.
Definitely. And then I was able to get a score update for the game that's going on the other side of town, Spartans and Tide. The Spartans have a close lead right now, 7-0 over the Tide.
Tide playing hard in that game, huh? 7-0. Tide slowing down that team that we watched last week, put up 21 points in the first half, and they got them 7-0 at halftime. That's a great job by the Tide, and I'm curious to see as that game goes on how it all unravels. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Both the game means a lot for both teams at hand. One trying to kind of get into the playoffs, where the other one's trying to secure its spot.
Yep.
But we have a second half here of the Game of the Week action-packed event in store, and I believe the Outlaws are set to receive.
Man, I am so excited.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Phantom are set to receive.
So, yeah, Phantom, yeah. I am so excited for the playoffs this year. Yes, we all know the Rebels are at the top of that food chain right now, but when you really look at the top 8 teams that can potentially be in this playoffs, it really is anybody's ball game. Phantom, the Rebels have had a couple games this year that have been really close, decided by some play in overtime, especially versus Phantom's team a few weeks back, getting that big overtime win. So, I mean, yes, the Rebels are undefeated, but by all means, they haven't been completely dominant in these performances. So it's going to be really fun just to sit back and watch these teams get after it in the playoffs. I am extremely excited about that.
Especially as the kick is underway. Let's see, Jaden now controls it, runs it up the middle. He is hungry and angry. That's a dangerous combo. As you don't know, hangry, man. You don't know what somebody's personality shows you when they got that under their belt. But yeah, good return by Jaden, and the Phantoms are in store. But yeah, getting back to the playoffs, man. I'm super excited. Been working with this league the last couple of years. My third full season, and being able to promote a show that runs throughout the week and get a chance to get to know these guys outside of the game. It's really cool because, it really adds to the excitement, and, it gives interest in every game opposed to just, oh, these are the two teams. Like
Right.
now I have vested interest in every game. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, me as just someone who knows a lot of these guys. I can't say all of them because I don't know every player, but I do know a good 70% of the league that personally, talking about they're invited to the barbecue at my house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's good to see how they interact off the field, and then it's also fun to see when they get on the field how they can be complete jerks to each other at times. So it's a real interesting dynamic that we have in semi-pro football here in Arizona, but we love it. We show up for it year in and year out, and as you can tell, these players love it. They love the atmosphere, and they especially love ball games like this, again, with two really good football teams, really well-coached football teams, being able to showcase their talents.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely been blessed with game of the week. Every week has been a great game.
Yep.
There's
there's been a couple. I mean, me, I keep it 110%
You do.
at all times.
I guess
that Tide game, what was it, Tide Rebels? Oh, my gosh.
Hey, I mean, maybe I just got lost in the broadcast.
Man,
we made it exciting, but I don't know, man.
The last half of that game was...
As a little chest pass to Richardson as he bounces it outside. Impressive play. A little bit of a hot potato.
Good
getting the
sweet
sticks
play
moving.
there by the Phantom to Richardson, being able to pick up about 8 yards there on that run. Great job there, opening up their drive with a positive play. But lost my train of thought about what I was talking about before, so we'll just continue to roll on. So it'll bring up second here, and looks like about 4 yards here for the Phantom after that big jet sweep play.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's a matter of, letting the mistakes be the pass. Richardson put that ball on the ground earlier and had the drop pass also.
Definitely.
So definitely wants to make up for it. And Armenta, as I was corrected, he is rocking number 10 tonight. As the handoff to AD.
Stiff arm by AD.
And
Great stiff arm down the outside.
And he's got room up the sideline. And let's see if he cuts it inside. And he is brought down.
Dynamics is back, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
what the ADs. All dynamics, baby.
Man, he is definitely one of the most dynamic players in our football league. And just in his couple carries here tonight, you can feel the impact that he has on the offensive side of the football. Another great run by AD, being able to make a couple players miss, giving a ridiculous stiff arm to one of the outside linebackers out there and being able to get up the sideline and make a big play. Great play by AD, and now the Phantom are absolutely rolling. They've done this before. They can't afford a turnover here as we get a 2-by-1 pro look here by the Phantom.
Is now a handoff to number 9.
That's going to be Greg Dotstree.
But like you said, getting AD rolling
Yes.
it will instill some confidence in Armenta, and once he's able to get some time and step in the pocket, we've seen some pretty passes his way. So.
Yeah, when he's able to get his feet set, he doesn't have someone blaring in his face. He's been able to make some good plays. But again, I think he's been most successful in rollouts and being able to get the ball where it needs to be on screen plays. I would like to see him more in rollout situations where he can get outside the pocket and really get his eyes downfield. When he's been able to do that, he's been very successful. So let's see if Fisher has some of that planned.
There's now a high.
There's a
snap,
screen.
Throws to the left and is incomplete. Richardson is, I think, batting he's 500 with drops and then completions. So
I think he's out here playing volleyball versus football. He's just out here not able to catch the ball. He looks like he's trying to bump set spike versus catch the ball. He got to work on them hands here this next week so he can make some plays for his football team, because he's got a touchdown that he's missed now, and he's got about 3 drops on the night. So
especially when there's some players that are I don't want to say crying, but definitely calling for some playing time.
Yeah,
and
some
he's,
guys on that sideline want to play.
Right.
2-by-1 pro look here again for the Phantom.
Handoff now up the middle, and nowhere as he's bent backwards. Dangerous. Now we got to just go to the whistle, folks, as we saw a very dangerous injury earlier.
Yes.
So only hit what you see. That was, again, Dotstree. Or no, that was
Kendall Johnson.
Kendall Johnson.
That went down a little earlier.
Yeah.
And just an amateur report, they believe it's an MCL tear. He'll have to have surgery in the morning, so our prayers go out to that young man, and we hope that he has a speedy recovery and rehabs well. Again, these men have day jobs, so anytime a player comes out here and gets hurt, it's very unfortunate, we'll make sure that we keep that young man in our prayers as we move forward. 2-by-1 look here, 4th and long. Pro look here for the Phantom.
Armenta fakes the handoff, throws it.
That's a good catch.
catch.
Great catch. He's right at the sticks. We'll see what they give him here, if they give him enough for the first down. So that's a good little pitch and catch there from Armenta to Dre, number 33, the big tight end there. Looks like he's right at the sticks, so it's going to be interesting to see if they give him the first down.
And
it looks like they got enough.
Yeah,
so that'll be a first down now for the Phantoms, and back-to-back first downs now for the Phantom. That's good.
And, hey, a little bit we call it duck, duck, goose, run, get Armenta some confidence, and they go down the field.
Well, that's how you get a young quarterback settled in. You start them off with a couple easy passes, some rollouts, but you got to be able to establish the run game. So having AD back tonight is definitely great for this young quarterback, and it's showing tonight.
So
handoff to number
now.
9.
Again.
Greg Dotstrey again there with a short game there. A host of outlaw defenders there to tackle him. Not really able to spring the big run, so to speak, unless AD finds a cutback later.
Right. I don't think the arms are as stiff as big AD. My man can lay one down.
That stiff arm was something impressive, though, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. And he's known for that. I mean, throughout the years, if AD made a highlight film over the last 10 years, there'd be several stiff arms and hurdles. So, as most of us, he's getting up there in age, so it's still great to see that he still has that athleticism, that speed, and he's still physical, has great upper body strength with the stiff arm. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom, 2nd and long.
Armenta steps in the pocket now, needs to roll out right. Blade is on his tails as he throws it, and it is little overthrown one receiver, underthrown the other.
I think he was probably aiming for the receiver in the back corner of the end zone. That looked like the guy who was most open. So unfortunate event there. He had him. He was wide open. It looked like he had a step on the DB there. Great effort there by Armenta, but unfortunately that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Phantom. And
Blade is, like you said, everywhere in Armenta's face. So I got to imagine whoever the lineman is on Blade, he's, missing that assignment, so to speak.
And we just got another update from the Spartans Tide game, and Spartans are now up 14-0 in the 3rd quarter in that ball game. So Spartans able to put up another point. Great job there by the Spartans. 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom, 3rd and long.
Armenta rolls out, has a quarterback or has a defender on him, and he has to just throw it to get away. As looks like that was linebacker number 52 on there.
Yeah, it looked like a big number 52 was able to get it and wreak some havoc. Jalen Roebuck. Good job there by Jalen. 4th and long here for the Phantom. I don't see any kicker or special teams coming on the field. Looks like they're going to try to go for it. And they've had some receivers open downfield. If Armenta could get a little bit more time and be able to get the ball out, they might have something brewing in the secondary.
I mean, you do have faith in your defense. Oh, intentional grounding, actually.
Oh, they did call intentional. Oh,
so
no. Maybe a loss of down there.
But, I mean, again, you have faith in the Phantom's defense.
Oh, yeah.
If they go for broke here and turn it over, it's not, the worst field position.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
So, what way to get some confidence in Armenta by, letting them convert on a 4th down when they're down by 11.
Right, yeah. But at the end of the day, he still has a fighting chance. It'll be 4th and extremely long, 4th in Egypt, 4th in the Nile River, 4th in the Amazon. He is way back there, but he still has a fighting chance. So give this kid some time and see if he can throw the football downfield and see if somebody can make a play for him. It's going to sound bad, but I know who I would not be throwing the ball to.
But, hey, we talk about resiliency and you bounce back. So, you know what? Why not? Throw it out. That's the storybook ending we live for.
Man, listen.
But I wouldn't throw it to him either.
Nah, man. 2-by-2 look here for the Phantom, 4th and forever.
High snap, pooch punt. We've been studying Wrens.
Oh, my gosh.
As this will trickle to the back of the end zone, touchback.
Touchback there. A good trickery there with the pooch punt for the Phantom. They're almost able to pin them deep there, but the ball just continues traveling into the end zone. So unfortunate, but they will have the Outlaws pinned deep in their territory, and we'll see if they can get a stop.
Definitely. So as we're, the 3rd quarter is cooking here, and this is exactly what we signed up. Battle of Phoenix. You got to love the Phantoms. They talk about how whenever you talk about the Phoenix teams, all you hear is the Outlaws.
Right.
They don't get enough love. So how do you earn love? By stepping on your opponent's throat. You take it out. Take their heart out their chest.
Right.
But tonight, so far, the heartbeat is all Outlaws.
Yep. And against it looks like we got an I formation here for the Outlaws. and looks like they're going to get ready to play some ground and pound football. That's what we get. Looks like we had a lead play there.
So, we always talk about is at some point once you feel like you have the advantage over your opponent, the clock becomes your bigger opponent. But still a lot of football game left. But, they're trying to, shave a little time off here, shave a little time off there. Hey, what do you know? We in the fourth, baby.
And with the style of play that the Outlaws like to play, this really fit. Being up 2 scores, 7:50 and counting in the third quarter. You see them taking their time approaching the line.
Right.
They're going to take their time the rest of this game, ground and pound, take their shots when they get them. But for the most part, I expect this tempo to continue unless the Phantom are able to score.
And another handoff now as there's a flag thrown, so they're probably coming back.
Yeah.
But, like you said, old school versus, I guess, new school in Armenta.
Yeah.
But, the Outlaws, this is the territory of when you're playing Madden and your friend just, grinds the clock. You're like, come on, bro, you scared of me?
That's when
what
he
is
starts
this?
putting chew clock on.
Yeah, come on. He's leaning back on the chair.
Right.
Disrespect. So
yeah, that's when you knock over the bowl of popcorn onto his lap.
Yeah, you say, what's up, bro? You like this controller? I know how expensive they are.
Man, those things are like $50, $60
they're
a
too
pop,
much.
man.
Yeah, that's why I play by myself, bro. I got one.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Bring your own controller if you're coming through, bro.
Yeah, you might as well.
We don't got money like that over here.
You got to catch me online. I'll give you my PSN.
Yeah, gamer tag shouts.
You're right. 7:15 and counting here in the third quarter. 24-13 ball game now out in favor of the Outlaws. 3rd and 7 here for the Outlaws as they show up in a split back 2-by-1. 2 safeties high here for the Phantom.
Aguilar looks right, throws it.
Great play.
Nearly intercepted. Sparks.
Yeah, good job there by Kurt. Great job by
like
Kurt
you said,
Sparks.
giving it his all. He's, tending to an injury and trying to give his offense some sparks.
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's not 100%. I'd say he's a good 72.8. You like the 0.8?
That's
but it's about
if it wasn't the 0.8, I wouldn't have taken the number. I would say 72 is not accurate.
I like to be precise.
I like it.
I like to be precise.
72.8.
Now, Kurt's out there giving it his all. You could tell that he's out there nursing a bit of an injury with his foot, though. And great play by him, not giving up the deep ball there. And now Phantom get the ball back after they were able to get some momentum a little bit there on the last drive. Unfortunately, it stalled out. But they get the ball back here with 6:30 left and a chance to make something happen.
Definitely. So I think, definitely they shed some time off the clock, but they, obviously wanted to get some yards out of it. But good on the Phantoms defense as they get pressure on the punter. But good punt, and Jaden definitely secured it that time. And now he bounces it outside.
He dropped the ball.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And this is going to be returned by the Outlaws. Jaden is continuously beating himself up as that is the second turnover on punt returns.
That is so unfortunate.
And the Outlaws looking like the in-laws as they are terrifying the Phantoms.
And it's crazy. With a young kid like him, you don't really want to just rip him apart. Right, because he's so talented. And he makes so many things happen on the defensive side of the ball for you guys. And in the special teams game, he is very dynamic. So sometimes with young players, these are learning experiences. I'd rather him get all this out of his system tonight and then first round of the playoffs, him show up with something to prove, than for this game like this that he hasn't seen any kind of adversity like this all season to happen in the playoffs. So if I'm the coaching staff, I'd be real leery on how they get on him. I'm sure he's beating himself up enough. But, hey, kid, get it out of your system now because come playoff time, it can't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
As now Aguilar dumps it out to Moore. He's tackled up high.
There goes
Mr.
Green
that was
again.
15, actually. That was Jelani Anderson, who had the first fumble of the game on that kick return. So it's a fumble party here at the game of the week. But no, getting back to Jaden, it's the eyes in the sky, right? All game, all season, nobody's going at him. Nobody's throwing at him.
Right.
These last 2 games, he's getting exposed through the air, and then I don't know if he's just getting inside his head, and he's just been flustering on the special team side of things too.
So as young as he is, as talented as he is, right? Experience does play a huge part, and he's played the Outlaws. They're not going to kill you with their blistering speed at receiver, but they are savvy. They have their route running is solid, right? Last week against Weaver, his route running aside, he's also quick and he's a savvy veteran. So these are great learning experiences for the young man, and I know he's picking up a lot, learning a lot, and he's going to clean up a lot of his game going
Pump
forward.
fake by Aguilar now lets it fly, and that may have been intercepted by Jaden.
Yes.
So with that being said, he has one of his wrongs as he's looking to return it.
Oh, he can go.
And he needs to secure this thing, as if he can hit the second gear, which he can't, but good on him to get that thing back.
See, and that's what I mean, right? That's why you don't beat the kid up, because at the end of the day, he can make so many plays, game-changing type plays for this Phantom defense. So yes, kid, you made a mistake. Go get it back.
Yeah.
And he goes out there and he gets it back. So with young players as talented as he is, you gotta tread a line as a coach, right? Because you really want to be like, what is wrong with you? But you don't want to kill the kid's morale, because you know the type of talent he has. So kudos to him, shaking that mistake off, coming back and giving his team great field position with the interception in return.
Right, and when it rains, it pours, but sometimes you got to learn how to dance in it.
Yeah.
And he's doing it just that. So
yeah, go ahead and hit the electric slide one time while you're in there, right? 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom. 2 safeties high.
Armenta now airs it out, but completely overthrows as Richardson believes he's being held. As I may have a case, but that ball being twice as far is not helping him out. So
I said they had 2 safeties high last play, but that was incorrect. That was actually a corner playing about 20 yards off the ball. I just wasn't used to seeing something like that.
He was the cornerback that was trying out for safety this
right?
Yeah.
But no, that was a 1 safety high look. Just number 5 just wanted to make sure he didn't get beat on that one, Mr. Hicks. So 4-12 and counting here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 here for the Phantom. Showing a pro look here now, 2-by-1. And now the Outlaws have a 2 safety high look.
And a high snap.
Good
Handoff
job by Sparks.
To Sparks, and he's lowers his shoulder and gets the chains moving. So first down, Phantoms. And
big hit at the end by the defensive back, Jamez Foster. Great play by him, and just coming down and just ending that play, making sure it doesn't go any further.
I believe former Phantom, too.
Yeah. I think, he was a former Phantom. Played safety for the Phantom. Was it last year? I think it was last year. In our short season.
Yeah. The half season, if you will.
Yeah. 2-by-1 look again here. Pro look for the Phantom.
High snap, handoff now.
Kirk.
And he's got a lane.
Sorry, that's the Sparks. That's the Damon.
And leaving 2 Outlaws down on the dirt in his path, as the Phantoms are in business here late in this third.
They found something here in the heart of this defense that is making it very tough for the Outlaws to get some stops.
And also, momentum, speaking of momentum, you see a guy that's getting beat up internally in Jaden. He makes a big play.
Right.
That makes everybody else kind of turn
Team
up.
morale turns up. Oh,
yeah,
for sure. Because, yes, he's made his fair share of mistakes tonight, but he's not giving up on himself and he's not giving up on his team, and it shows with the kind of effort that he's put out here. Split back look here for the Phantom.
Armenta
Screen look here.
throws it and is dropped by Richardson.
Surprise, surprise.
And PC Richard and Sons is not able to get anything going tonight. So
tell you what, he's probably going to hate me after this broadcast, but oh my gosh.
he may hate himself even more, though. I
Man,
mean, you're not lying. What you're not a liar, JR.
This is so insane.
Hey.
Catch the ball for the kid. You got a young quarterback out there. Make a play for him.
Come on, man. Brett Favre's dad died that one game, and then his receivers caught
everything
everything, bro.
And you got a young receiver out here trying to establish
feeding
himself.
You.
And
he's spoon-feeding you.
He's putting the ball in your chest. Catch the football,
Come on,
1-7.
bro. 1-7. Come on.
All right, 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom.
But now, if your family's watching, great effort out there.
Great effort out there, son. But he knows. He knows. We're not saying anything untrue.
Your job is to catch the ball. If you're not doing that, you're not doing your job.
You got one job at receiver. Catch the ball and celebrate. Two jobs. Catch the ball, celebrate. Catch the ball, celebrate. That's it.
It's not retriever. It's receiver.
All you keep doing is retrieving the ball from the ground after he drops it.
Come on, bro. But
insane.
But with that, also, Armenta, got to check his inventory. Can't just keep feeding 17.
Well,
got to look around.
I get the idea of trying to go back to a guy and help him build confidence, but at some time, I'm going to start looking to the right side. Oh, my gosh.
Dre's got a couple drops, too, though.
3rd and 5 here.
As a handoff now.
Good run.
And he squeaks by for a first down. He
almost coughed it up there at the end there, trying to reach for the goal line.
Let's see who that was.
Yeah, Fisher's found something with this little trap play that he's running here in the heart of the defense, man. He's able to been able to gash them quite a few times using different backs and really starting to expose the interior of this Outlaws defense.
That was Greg Daughtry.
Daughtry been running physical and hasn't picked up very big games besides that last one, but you see AD checking in the game. Considered the closer, so to speak.
Right.
It's time to get
knocking
in the end
on
zone.
the door as they give the big man the ball, but they keyed in on it. As
great play by number 52 from the Outlaws, again getting in there and making a stop. Jalen Roebuck coming from his linebacker spot, coming downhill and making a play. Great job by him.
Roebuck saying we need Mo Bucks.
Oh, my gosh. It never stops, ladies
It doesn't.
and gentlemen.
It
never
doesn't.
Stops. 55 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. Phantom knocking on the door, looking to make this a 1-point game. Guys, if you are tuning in, I wouldn't go anywhere for this fourth quarter. It is dialing up to be something real special. Sorry, one-score game, not 1-point game. I apologize.
It could eventually be a 1-point
It
game.
could eventually be a
Who knows?
1-point
As
game.
Armenta looks left, throws it over the
He's got
middle,
him.
and let's see if he's
Did he catch it?
Incomplete.
Oh, they can't help the kid out, man. Oh, man.
Armenta is putting the ball where it needs to be.
He is.
And the receivers are not coming down with it.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's a two-way street that Armenta is driving.
If anybody from the red zone's watching this and anybody from the Phantom says that they're the best receiver.
That's the kids call it cap. That's cap.
Yeah, cap. Yeah, double lids on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. So many
Stop
drops
the
happening.
cap.
I'll give it. Dre's dropped a couple, but he's made some really impressive catches. So right now, the best receiver on this team, Dre.
As Armenta now looking left, looking right, scanning the field,
that's a sack.
has a defender on him, and that's a sack lunch.
See, and it's like the Outlaws felt it, right? They just said to put a bracket coverage on the tight end, on Dre. As you see, Armenta's first look there was to Dre. They had him bracketed with the linebacker and a safety over the top of him, and he wasn't able to make that play. Had to bring the ball back down, creating a sack.
And who came up with the sack? Mo Bucks. Roebucks, looking for Mo Bucks.
Roebuck. I was just surprised it wasn't Blade because that guy's been everywhere tonight.
He's been cutting them up.
Yeah.
With that being said, we've arrived at the fourth quarter of the AzCFL Game of the Week.
Yes.
As players throw up their four fingers to symbolize we have arrived. Just that. Week 9, fourth quarter. Phoenix Outlaws on top of the Phoenix Phantoms, 24-13. And so far it's been a collaboration of special teams, special plays,
Yes.
special turnovers.
And there's also been some solid play calling. I mean,
Right.
let's not take away from the coaching staffs on each side of this football. The Outlaw coaching staff doing a really good job. Very well coached team. They've managed to mix up their approach, being able to mix run, mix pass, and also put some play action in there when they are successful in the run game. And now Fisher and the gang starting to cook offensively, starting to find their rhythm, starting to find their stride, and able to move the ball up and down the field. So yes, it is a 2-score game here. Phantom are right here in the red zone with a chance to score. But this game feels like a 1-score game now in the second half, or perhaps a tie game. And these guys are really starting to battle out. Each team starting to catch their stride.
So I often ask you to put on your player hat, your coach hat. I know you played, majority defense in your life. Did you ever play receiver?
Yeah, I played receiver and running back in my early years with the Stampede, just for a little short bit.
Okay,
but,
so if you had a bad
I'm
day,
a defensive back. Man.
Okay, I guess I was going to ask you when you have a bad play like Richardson.
Empty look here. Sorry about that. 3-by-1 look here.
Pump fakes twice. Now runs it up. He's got room. Throws it. And he may have gotten past the line of scrimmage. As
unfortunate.
This young cat actually had a space to run it in himself.
This kid Armenta is playing a good football game. Listen, at the end of this game, his stat line might look like 3 for 17. I want everyone to know he's had like 14 drops out here tonight.
Right.
All right. The kid is playing well, just no one's playing well around him.
Even the interception was a tip drill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the interception he threw actually bounced off his tight end's hands and went straight to the safety.
So we're talking to Armenta first, bro. Somebody's got to get him a milkshake or something after this game, man. Nobody's helping him out.
Lobster, steak. Listen, whatever he wants on the menu, you got to order.
A highlight tape of his receivers just catching 100 bricks. just one by one,
That's so horrible. Picture of his receivers catching 100 bricks. Oh,
bro, that's how Jerry Rice practiced, bro. He would just chalk his hand up and catch bricks.
Listen, these guys need to go find a wall and a tennis ball and play some old-fashioned wall ball like they used to back in the East Coast.
Butts up.
I formation here, 2-by-1 I.
As the handoff is ineffective, so the Phantoms defense
fast, man.
Definitely letting their presence known, but now we're in that scary territory of the clock is your opponent.
It looked like Eric Sipes was in there on the tackle there, big number 31.
I always take it back to that Owls Reaper game, how that fourth quarter was just one drive, right? It was a 14-minute.
Sorry, not Eric Sipes. That was Michael Sanders. Apologize.
Michael Sanders. But, yeah, I mean, they have a lot of real estate to cover, and they have, time and the scoreboard on their side.
Yeah, they're going to take their time, man.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to take this time. Defense is playing well enough to continue to get stops. Well, I should say the receivers.
As Aguilar throws it, the intended receiver is Reed.
Reed? Come on.
Miscommunications that bounced off his forearms.
No, that's inappropriate.
I'm going to let him hear that because he's been dying to get fed.
He's been dying to have the ball tossed his way, and the ball hits him smack dad in the chest, and he doesn't do nothing.
It's like the waiter brings you soup and you have a fork.
Right.
It's like you need your spoon, bro. Come
He's
on.
catching the ball like he plays for the Phantoms. That was tough.
That was
tough. I apologize.
His name is J.R. Warner. He lives at 445 South, McClintock. His gate code is 4068.
I wouldn't come to my house.
His social security number is. Just saying things that don't even matter.
Right, don't even matter, Ed. Split back 2-by-1 look here for the Outlaws. Tony looks left, throws left.
And is incomplete.
Tell you what.
It's a drop party.
It's a
drop it while drop it like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Like Snoop been out here singing his greatest hits.
It's a lot of blue out here.
And they took it literally. I tell you. And they took it literally. There's a whole lot of drops coming out here tonight, man. Maybe they should make stick'ems legal just for these games.
I'm saying. But with all due respect, how people are like, I can make that catch. I couldn't. So, hey.
I could.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I could.
We got Hans McGee over here.
I'm just telling you I could.
He could. But would you run the route? Would you be where the ball is there?
Yes. Hands down, I would.
Oh, I got a Mr. Do-It-All here in the booth.
Sharp in here tonight. Heck yeah, I could.
As the punt is shallow. As somebody's slow to get up for the Outlaws.
Now, in all seriousness, though, yes, I could definitely make that catch, but I prefer hitting guys who make those catches. So
I prefer broadcasting them. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
I stay healthy up here.
I've enjoyed broadcasting. On Sundays when I wake up, I feel great. Monday when I get up for work, I feel like a spring chicken, man. I'm ready to go.
You might have to drink some tea to get your voice back, but beyond
that's
that,
about it. I don't got to do no icy hot, no cold, no Epsom salt baths, no ice baths.
That's just for entertainment,
12:36 left here in this ball game. Fourth quarter, 24-13. Outlaws over the Phantom as of right now. Action-packed football game to this point. We've had some offensive scores. We've had some defensive scores. We've had some special team scores. It's been a little bit of everything here tonight.
And the Outlaws are on their doorstep punting it. We got Jaden set to return, but we've seen pressure on the line. So let's see if they can get this punt off cleanly. Slow snap.
Great job.
Shallow kick, and let's see if Jaden picks this up as
he's not.
He may be in his head. Yeah, he said no thanks.
Nope, not tonight. Not again. Great job by the young man not making a mistake.
Yeah, smart move. Sometimes your best move is no move.
Yeah. Now next time he might pick it up, but that time, good job, man. Phantom, they've been able to march down, get in the red zone the last two drives, but just haven't been able to come away with any points, man. It's just they got to figure out a way to punch it in here if they manage to get into the red zone. You got 12:15 left on the clock. You need 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. Got to figure out a way to make it happen.
Especially when the last 2 minutes of the first half was all action, and then the third quarter was scoreless. So.
Yep.
On brand here at the AzCFL.
1st and 10 here now for the Phantom. Showing pro look here, 2-by-1 look. You got 2 receivers towards the short side, 1 here down to the wide side.
As a handoff now to Sparks.
Oh, wow. He's running that pill, man. He is really running the rock. Good job there by Sparks, able to pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Yeah. So at what point, you can't be trigger happy because obviously the Outlaws will have everyone back. But, man, like you said, you want to get Armenta something to raise his spirits here, let alone the score.
Man, if I'm Fish, man, I'm telling Armenta he's playing a great game. He's playing a great game. These guys have got to help him out. He's been putting the ball on the money. It's been places where these receivers should be able to make plays and make catches. They just simply haven't been able to make plays tonight. That's at the end of the day, football's about making plays, and his receivers haven't been able to do it for him tonight.
As now
Stretch
Sparks
out,
again.
stretch play here, outside zone. Sorry, to the outside.
And some good separations.
Great run
as
there.
he
14 yards on the play.
gets moves the sticks and get his team another set of downs. So first down, clock will stop, and the Phantoms are marching.
Yeah, they caught the defensive end crashing down there and was able to get him hooked and get to the outside. Great job there by the offensive line, as well as Sparks in trusting it and getting to the outside and using his wheels to pick up about 13 yards there on that play. Great job. So we got a pro look again, 2-by-1. 2 safeties high here for the Outlaws.
And another handoff to Sparks as he's kind of jogging towards the line as he's slow to get up.
He's trying to see if one of the linemen were going to be able to spring a block for him, but he was just able to stay behind him and be patient in the run game. He's slow to get up here.
Hate to see that as continuous injuries here on the Phantom side dating back to last week.
Yeah. Fortunately, though, what was it? Kurt and Daryl went down last week, and they were able to get back out here this week after a solid week of rest.
I ran and checked. Daryl had 1 knee brace on, so might have to give him the older brother treatment, beat him up.
When I see Daryl, we're going to have a long
We're telling Mom, yo.
Telling Mom.
You don't get the large fries at Burger King tonight, bro.
No. Daryl always gets the large fries at Burger King.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when
but I'm talking about like when your parents like, we're going to Burger King. I'm only getting the medium fries. You're like, all right, that's a compromise.
Can I get some ketchup? All right.
I don't get the double Whopper. That's messed up, Dad.
For real here. Hope looked like Sparks was able to get up off the field here. I hope he's okay and able to get back in the game. Unfortunate because he was really starting to catch some momentum around football here. They got Dotstry in the game now here for the Phantom at running back. Got a pro look 2-by-1 again here.
Fake handoff. Armento's got to get away as he throws it to an eligible receiver.
Yeah, that's going to be a
illegal pass.
Yeah.
Or I guess
intentional grounding.
Yeah, intentional grounding, or because it was uneligible man, not even downfield, just uneligible.
Head, so.
So 10:03 left in this contest. Again, full slate of football as the refs figure it out. Looks like
they're waving it off. Apparently, they're saying that he had a running back in the vicinity, so they're going to wave that play off here.
Bring up a 4th down.
And it's still going to bring up a
third
it's
down.
going to bring up a 3rd and short situation here now for the Phantom.
So
10 minutes and counting here. 24-13 ball game again. Outlaws up here, 11 points.
Definitely excited to see how this playoff picture, as we enter the last regular season week. Definitely excited to see the picture play out.
The Rebels right there at the top of the food chain, man. But again, there's a lot of competitive teams in this league. It can be anybody's game.
Armenta throws it to, I believe, Dotstry.
He got enough. That's going to be first.
Nice first down. So somebody's helping Armenta.
Yeah.
There's running backs.
And running backs can catch. I think that's the offense for the rest of the Saints. Put the running backs at receiver.
One name that definitely stands out, not just because of his height, but George Bell. Famous, longtime Phantom. He took a year off.
Yep.
And, some chatter of him coming back. But I imagine, a tall target like that could definitely be helpful.
Yeah, especially down here in the red zone. This was Bell area, though.
Yeah, somebody that can catch, too. My man.
Yeah, he can catch.
Yeah.
Bell get money in the red zone, that's for sure.
As AD bounced it off to the left.
Yeah, he's got some room.
And let's see, he coasts right out of bounds. Couldn't get that edge. So
AD running the pill hard, man. The slew of backs here, Dotstry, AD, and Sparks doing a great job here for the Phantom, really carrying the load, lifting this young quarterback up, and getting the ball rolling here offensively for the Phantom. So great job by the running back. I'd be ridiculous not to mention the O-line and the way they've been playing here in the second half. Shout out to the offensive line for the Phantom. They're really starting to pick up their play, really starting to establish themselves in the trenches. And we haven't said big number 95's name in a while, so they must have found a way to block the man. So good job up front to them.
Yeah, Devin Franklin.
Yeah.
It's been rather quiet in the second half.
Yes.
But let's see now. Armenta looks it, throws left. to Richardson, and generous pass as it's completely overthrown. But one-on-one coverage, got to take that when you get it. But, you got to imagine there's got to be a connection internally between Armenta and Richardson. Is targeting him at least, 10 times this game? 8 times?
He's trying to give the young man chances to make plays. I mean,
Right.
that particular ball, obviously not catchable for Richardson. But, I'll get off his back a little bit. He's had a tough night tonight.
True.
But I do like the attempt there. He's got a matchup he likes. He's got Richardson one-on-one there with number 5, who's been playing 30 yards off the ball, it feels like, all game. So he caught him in a bit of a press coverage and took a shot. Unfortunately, overthrew the ball a bit.
Hand off to Daughtry now. Takes the first defender with him as they're just kind of grinding it out. But, a lot of football left in this game. So you get a quick score here.
Well, all they need to do is score with about 4 minutes left in the game. If they can score with about 4 minutes left in the game, get a 3-and-out, they still have all 3 timeouts. The last 2, as you know, as we saw last half, the last 2 minutes of a football game is an eternity. So.
What about a situation where they get a field goal, then they're within 1 score pending a 2-point conversion?
Either way, they got to get points off of this drive.
Right.
No, whether it's a field goal, if you choose to go that route, whether it's a touchdown, you need to get points here.
So this is third and game,
and if
essentially.
you think about it, this is their 3rd time down here this half. If they'd have kicked 3 field goals, we'd be having a 2-point game right now.
True. As the handoff up the middle, let's see if he's in.
That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Phantom.
And with that being said, they have scored on this drive to make the score now 19 to 24, pending an extra point attempt as a Phantoms player is slow to get up. That is 56.
That's number 55, Nathan DeForia. If I butchered your name, Nathan, I apologize, my man. But there you have it, guys. 19-24 ball game now. Phantom down 5 points with 7:02 left in the ball game. There's a ton of time left.
I see AD coming in, and at this point, it's a one score game.
If they go for 2 here, they make it a 3-point game. So AD coming in here, possibly as a decoy. I'd look for the slot receiver here to be open in the middle of the field if they run a play action type of play here. Try to catch him in the seam or try to catch him on a quick slant.
As now it is not effective, so
I had to use AD
they did not
decoy.
fool. AD did not fool anyone there, as it is no good. So the score will stay 24-19. Plenty of time left in this 4th quarter, but the Outlaws are set to get the ball back.
Yeah, I would have really liked to just see it more of a play action style. You see AD check into the ball game. Everyone's going to key to him. Everyone's going to take a look and see where he's at. He's had a big game so far. I would have used him as a decoy and try to hit somebody else on the backside. Now, granted, they haven't been able to catch a cold tonight, but you still got to play football, dial it up, and try to give the guys a good chance at scoring. But at the end of the day, Phantom come away with a touchdown. The score is now 24-19, and we got a football game here with 6:59 left here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and also, I mean, these mistakes, they dictate the beginning of the game, but, now the only thing that's left is a 1 score in 7 minutes.
In 7 minutes.
Write a whole new story tonight, right?
Yeah, everything that happened before now is over. This is the time in a football game where playmakers got to start making plays, where if you consider yourself that guy, now it's time to be that guy. So we'll see who steps up. We'll see who tries to close out the game for the Phantom, and we'll see who tries to make a big play who tries to close out the game for the Outlaws, and who makes a big play for the Phantom to try to get this lead.
Let's see, Jaden on the kickoff team. You can imagine he's going to be flying down there.
Flying down there trying to make a play,
trying to take something off, man, trying to make something pop.
There you go. He's out of there. He's trying to make a play.
As this will be returned by Brown as he runs it up the middle.
Huge block.
And they're going to call a flag. Let's see what they're calling, as the audience is not too
Number
proud
31
proud
for the
of the
Phantom,
call.
Michael Sanders, absolutely leaned into somebody just now, man. Oh, my goodness.
And with that, there's a Phantoms player that's slow to get up. Some reverberation, some ricochet.
Right. Hope he's okay.
Could be just cramp territory.
Cramp or possibly the wind knocked out of him. You never know. So
it was.
They're waving that flag off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a legal hit as well. That was just a good, hard-nosed football play.
Let the boys play, as they say.
Let the boys play.
It's a grown man sport. They don't got flags out there, so they got pads. Let them play.
They got pads, not flag football out here. That's for sure. So Outlaws got the ball now on the 40-yard line.
So is this the time they make the quarterback change? I'm just
it ain't going to be no quarterback change.
So I was lied to tonight.
Sorry, Jay. I don't think Jay's getting in the game tonight.
You know, but maybe, during the playoffs or something. Who knows?
Or maybe next week, But
just, hey, who knows? But
tonight,
as for
with
this
that
week,
score, that kind of solidifies him not getting in.
Right.
Yeah. So I formation, 2-by-1 I formation here for the Outlaws.
Has passed to 19.
Yeah, big catch there by Gammon on the screen.
And stays in bounds, I believe, actually.
Brought down quickly by number 7, Justin Barnes, defensive back for the Phantom. Great job by Justin, making the solo tackle out there. Ruben Gamich out there, man, still playing after all these years. Fun to watch some of the older guys still out here getting it done, man. He's been playing for a long time, getting it done at the receiver position.
Any relation to ASU receiver Chris Gamich?
I'm not exactly sure, actually.
That'd be
I'm
cool.
not sure. It would be pretty cool. I'll ask him after the game, actually. Curious. 6:10 and counting here in the fourth quarter. 24-19 ball game. Outlaws up 5 here. But momentum has shifted to the Phantom, so we'll see if they can get a stop. Same formation here for the Outlaws.
Handoff up the middle now.
Oh, good run.
Nice little cutback. I believe that was running back 25, Vidal Wilson Jr.
Yeah, that was Mr. Wilson getting it done. Mr. Wilson getting it done for the Outlaws, man.
Could be Vidal, could be Vital, as that was a vital run.
That was definitely a vital run.
Now
that brings up 3rd and short. This is a big
conversion.
3rd down for the Phantom. They have got to get off the field now. If there's ever been a time where it's a gut check time, a time where you look at your guys around you and you say, I got to get off the football field, we got to make a play. Right now, with 5:20 left in this football game, this is it. Let's see if the Phantom can come up with a big stop as the Outlaws show back up in the same formation again, ready to get right back at it.
Do you feed the beats and give the ball to the running back, or
Yes,
do you
you
fall
do.
forward? What do you do? Let's see. Handoff to 25. Not
Goes
effective
nowhere.
off the
Great
first.
stop.
And with that,
Number 8, Jerron Green in making the play for the guys. Man, we haven't said his name much tonight,
except for the pick six.
Except for the pick 6.
Yeah.
But I feel like the kid is second to none at making big plays in key moments. Really doing a good job there, coming downhill, making a good play there. And now we've got a 3 and out. Outlaws got a punt.
And you were saying this is actually going perfectly in hand with what you were talking about. As long as they were able to score with at least 4 minutes left, Now they scored. They got the team off the field. 4 minutes
and they get
left.
the ball left. They get the ball back now with about 4 minutes left.
So
plenty enough time. The beauty about getting the ball back still with 4 minutes in the game.
Yano almost got a fingertip on that ball.
Oh, he takes that ball and go. It's a great heads-up play by him. I can't see his number. If I see his number, I'll be able to give you guys a jersey number.
I think that was Barnes again.
Was that Barnes again? That was a great heads-up play, man. Realizing that there was nobody around him, he picked the ball up and just took off. Great heads-up play.
Yano is slow to get up after that.
Yeah, that was number 7,
block.
Justin Barnes. Great job by Barnes. So 4:12 left here now. 24-19 ball game. One of the beauties about getting the ball back with 4 minutes left, you can still run the ball.
And you get
you can
2-minute
still
warning.
play football. You get the 2 minute. You got 4 timeouts at your disposal if you're Fisher and the gang here. So they can really make something happen. They just got to settle down. Don't have any turnovers. Just execute the game plan that you guys have been executing for this whole entire half, and continue to pound the ball and continue to get after the Outlaws.
And we're gonna have definitely a deciding winner after this because there's no 5-point score.
Yeah, definitely.
So either someone's gonna win or somebody's gonna lose. You know?
Yes. Ain't no ties tonight.
Nope.
For sure. Ain't going to be no draws.
Yeah, just polos.
2-by-2 look here. Ball's handed off up the middle to, looks like that was AD.
Yeah, as AD gets halfway to the sticks.
Yeah, picks up about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5.
They're in outlaw territory now, so
yeah,
definitely some of the slow grinding.
Yeah. And they've stuck to this game plan this entire half. You know, although they were down 2 scores, they didn't panic. They stuck to their game plan. They put themselves in the red zone 3 times in that third quarter. Only came away with 1 score out of those 3. But at the end of the day, they have the ball now with a chance to win the football game, and they are feeding their workhorse.
Now another handoff. Let's see. He got to the sticks, enough for a first down.
Is that Mr. Dynamic again?
The dynamics.
That is
AD,
Mr. Dynamic
all
again,
dynamics.
making it happen. Good game tonight by AD in his first game back off of injuries. Missed the last couple of weeks, comes back out here making some big plays for his Phantom. And that was dynamic. That's why I call him Mr. Dynamic, because that's what they were missing last week. Someone who can just simply make something out of nothing, and AD has done that here a few times tonight.
Yeah, definitely playing for his third team in, 3 years. He was on the Stampede last year. Lions won the championship with the Lions. And, fake handoff now. Armenta throws it and had
almost.
Dre, but Dre kind of
almost
stopped the leg. But just a little outside of his reach.
Yeah, this is probably the second ball that was got away from Armenta tonight. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball, and everybody's been dropping it. But that's a good look by Armenta. Unfortunately, the ball just sailed on him a bit. And it's hard to miss a big target out there like Dre, though, man.
Right.
Big 6'6" frame. Hard to miss that guy, but he'll regroup, and he'll get right back to it. 2nd and 10 here now for the Phantom. Outlaw fans here going crazy, wanting a stop.
Handoff up the middle is not effective. This will bring up a 3rd and long now.
Yep.
Right outside the 2-minute warning. So I wonder if they take their timeout now, or no, they're going to let it go to the 2.
Yeah, they'll let it go to the 2-minute warning. Have a discussion here. Try to dial up something special. Probably, I'm expecting to play to the sticks. Got to get a first down here. But they are in 4-down territory the rest of the game. So obviously they're going to set something up here to either put them in a better situation for 4th down or pick up the first down. 2-minute.
So as we said that, we have approached the 2-minute warning here. The Arizona Cactus Football League Game of the Week. Week 9, Phoenix Phantoms, Phoenix Outlaws. 24-19 in favor of the Outlaws, as we are setting up for an exciting finish to this game, and that's exactly what we signed up for.
Yeah.
As we expected, both Phoenix teams coming out fighting for a very important matchup for bragging rights, momentum, playoff push, and performance. And with that, we thank everybody that made tonight possible, as this was a very exciting game.
Yes.
And we still have 2 minutes, which is forever in football.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes, which is forever. But we talked about it for the game. We knew this had the potential to be in a game that came right down to the final drive of a football game, and here we are, 2 minutes left, 3rd and long here for the Phantom. They with a chance to have a chance at going ahead. So definitely the theatrics and the stage is set. 3-by-1 look here for the Phantom. 3rd and 9.
As another press pass to Richardson, as he cuts it up and is fighting for sticks, and he is short, slipping originally trying to make that first cutback.
But as expected, though, they wanted to run a play to pick up some yards, give them a chance to either run or pass on 4th down, which they have now, bringing up a 4th and 4 after that jet sweep run. So great job there by Richardson. I mean, he hasn't had the best game as far as catching the ball, but he's been really productive when it comes to those jet sweeps.
Right, and with that, now a minute 38, the Phantoms have taken a timeout, and I believe this will be 4th and game. As the Outlaws stop, they can successfully knee it out for the rest. And if the Phantoms convert, they're in business.
I think, though, depending on how much time is left, the Phantoms still have 2 timeouts. So they might be able to get the ball back with about 20, 30 seconds left in the game, depending if they don't convert here. So not completely out of reach yet, but definitely a situation where if you could avoid getting the ball back with 20 seconds, having to throw Hail Marys down the field, you want to do. So Phantom in a spot here where they definitely got to pick up this first down. I'd be looking for some sort of play action, because this is at 4th and 4. It's run and pass type territory. So I'd be looking for a play action, get those linebackers sucked in, and possibly something right over the middle of the field to a tight end or something of that sort.
So the crowd definitely getting into it here at Cortez.
Crowd
That's what we love for.
Live. They are going nuts. No, ladies and gentlemen, that is not autoplay crowd noise. That is the Outlaw fans going nuts in the stands right now.
They are, they travel well. As the handoff, let's see what happens here.
Oh, my gosh, that's going to be real close.
And they're going to ask for a measurement.
It's going to come down to a spot.
Usually when you ask for a measurement, it's not good.
It's going to come down to a spot here.
And definitely a gutsy call to, hand it off during 4th and game.
Your run game, you've been doing it's a tough call. Your run game's been very productive the second half. They've been able to make some things happen, So I don't disagree with that play call.
They're not even going to bring the chains out, man. He was short. That, the Outlaws are going to take over with a minute 30 left. 2 timeouts left for the Phantoms. So let's see. But very, I want to say mild sauce execution there towards the end, man. Obviously, the run game has been working, but
mild sauce.
You know,
say sauce again. That New York thing. Do that New York thing.
Sauce.
Sauce.
I don't hear it. You hear it. What do you put on a Philly cheesesteak? Sauce, right?
You don't put no sauce on a Philly cheesesteak.
You
put some cheese. You put a little bit of mayo, ketchup, with cheese and steak. You need no sauce. I don't know what this red sauce stuff is that these people out here in the West be putting on their cheesesteaks. We don't do red sauce in Philly, FYI, everybody.
He's passionate about that.
For real. I don't know what this red sauce, marinara sauce on a cheesesteak. Anyways, good first down run here by the Outlaws. Pick it up 5, maybe 6 yards here on the play. Clock still rolling. Phantom choosing not to take a timeout as of yet. Second, and it looks like I'm going to say 5. Second and 4 here now for the Outlaws.
Little over a minute left.
Yep.
And for what was a definitely exciting end of the first half, slowed down in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Then, the Phantoms coming up a little, too late.
Yeah.
As they say.
So
but,
if the Phantom... Outlaws got to run a play here, which they do.
As a handoff again.
Now you're going to expect to see a timeout here by the Phantom.
And
there you go.
38.0 on the dot.
So, yeah, they got one more timeout here. So if they're able to stop them here and force a fourth down, then they'll end up with the ball back right around that 30-second mark that we talked about a little earlier. So they still got a chance at making something shake here. 30 seconds left. I'm expecting more of a prevent type coverage here. If the Phantom are able to get the ball, they may want to open up that first play with a screen play or something of that sort to kind of gash them and make them honest. Hopefully put themselves in a red zone type situation and give themselves a chance.
Also, we've seen some games decided off a Hail Mary, so it'll be crazy to see Armento let that thing fly, man.
I mean, he can definitely throw the football. Armento can get the ball down the field, as you showed him that post route a little earlier in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if he puts the ball somewhere and someone's able to make a play in the end zone. This game is far from over. There's a lot of good athletes on this team. And with all the drops tonight, it could all be forgotten with one catch. So it should be interesting. I can't wait. 38 seconds left here. 24-19 ball game. 3rd and 4 here now for the Outlaws. And then obviously, if the Outlaws get the first down, we start saying our goodbyes to the broadcast. So
yeah, true.
So
start getting ready for next week.
Get ready for next week's game.
I don't know who we have to cap off the regular season.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I think
QB keep up the middle here. It looks like he just might have enough for the first down. It'll be right at the marker here.
From this angle, it looks like he's
great play.
Yeah,
that's a good play call.
Enough for the first down and enough for the victory. But let's see.
First down here, Outlaws. That'll be the ball game.
And first and game with that, and the Outlaws are gonna walk out of this game having bragging rights for Phoenix and going on to a 6-3 record.
Yep.
Very comfortable position as we enter the last week in the regular season, as they kind of sit comfortably and see who they're going to play in the first round of playoffs.
This is a dangerous football team. Like, you've heard me talk about the Silverbacks. You heard me talk about some other teams. It's you don't know. You know one thing for sure with the Outlaws: they're going to show up and they're going to play, and they're going to play against whoever, whenever, and they're going to battle. They're going to fight. They're going to scratch. They're going to claw. If this team ends up in the championship football game, don't be surprised. They can play ball. They always find ways to win ball games, man.
And with that being said, zeros across the board, and the Outlaws have come out of tonight's matchup victorious against their Phoenix foe. 24-19 is the final score, as the Outlaws have secured their older brother status of the teams of the Phoenix. And the Phantoms, back-to-back losses under the lights, obviously still inside the playoff picture, so they got to get things fixed. And they will, as they're well coached, they're well manned, but obviously they got some injuries to tend to and some mistakes, and they have a week full of film to correct their issues. As for the Outlaws, good on them to kind of ground and pound, stay consistent, avoid some of early mistakes to turn it around and secure that that Outlaw confidence that they have and what we've known them for. So
yeah. I mean, and if you're the fan, the last couple of weeks have been disappointing. But here's something you can hang your hat on. That last half of this football game, that third quarter, fourth quarter, you really started to play better football, better quality, better brand of football. If they continue to play that brand of football going forward, they're going to be just fine. As for the Outlaws, man, they continue to shock a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people had them winning this football game, but they come in here, they get it done. You can never, ever count them out. They're always involved in every football game. And like I said, I am so excited for this playoff run, for how every single team, 1 through 8, can compete and get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys make sure to stay tuned for next week and the playoffs, because it is going to be a great show.
For sure. So capping off week 9 of the AzCFL, congrats to all the teams that walked away with a W. The Silverbacks, Owls, Lions, Headhunters, Rebels, Spartans, and as you just saw, the Outlaws took home a W tonight. So for Game of the Week, your host, Jesse Burke, J.R. Warner, we will be here next week to cap off the regular season. And as you said, gunning and smiling, driving into the playoffs, as we're extremely excited. As you guys know, we have some all-star football in store. So for Game of the Week, Week 9, AzCFL, we are signing off.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.